fine. Words inspired with perfect time, nurtured right. Them man there be learning lines, rehearsing lines. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. We're back. Another live stream, another video, similar time. And yeah, same old news. Fofana, Aubameyang. I saw a few people talking about De Jong earlier on in the chat. Shock and horror. He is not joining Chelsea. This whole merry-go-round can finally stop and we can just forget De Jong ever existed. He ain't joining Chelsea. We move. Big up everyone that's locked in. Big Ron said we missed out the Europa League draw. I completely forgot that it was even happening today. Oh, well, but is what it is. What else we got? We got news on Aubameyang. Chelsea still want to involve Marcus Alonso in the deal. Good luck. Arsene Zakarian. This one was a new one. We'll talk about that as well. Fofana, Ziyech. Same different players. Some changes in the developments of all those transfers. We'll go into the Chelsea-Leicester preview as well. Injury lists and everything, thoughts on the game. We'll also talk about the panel. And yeah, plenty to get into. Big up everybody that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. And yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts. Big up Ant in the comment section as well. I think we're both we're both not looking forward to this game. Bear with me, I'm a bit slow, people, but yeah, neither of us are looking forward to this game. Just hope we get a win. I don't know if it'll be a convincing win. I just want to see us play well, but we will see. We will see. Everyone's talking about thoughts on the Russian kid. We'll get into that. We will get into that. What else are you guys saying? Oh, we have a new member. Big up Jimmy Spliff TV, newest member. Always love having you in the comments. Yes, and for you guys as well, if you haven't done so already, join the membership plan. Check out Prayer for the Ops down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out Jerseys FC for all your best affordable Chelsea kits as well. And saying tomorrow could be the final nail in Brendan's coffin. I'm just glad last week wasn't, because then we'd have to deal with the new manager bounce and everything like that. Does Tuchel have a touchline ban? I haven't heard nothing about Tuchel having a touchline ban yet, but let me have a look. Does he have one? Let me know, because then if there isn't, then there's no point in me even looking for it. Tuchel ban. Is he banned? Oh, he's escaped the ban. Okay. No, I can't be on the sideline, it seems, but I can be in the dressing room both before and halftime. That's just fucking pointless. What is the point? Okay, great. So you got no Tuchel, no Kante, and no Kovacic. I cannot wait for this one. I can't wait for this one. Everyone was saying before they want to hear about the Russian signing and everything like that. Be real. He ain't going to touch the pitch for the first team this season at least. He'll probably go on loan or be a part of the developmental squad. From the 5 to 7 minutes of comps I saw of him, he don't look that bad. Like, he looks very creative, and we are completely devoid of creativity, so you never know. He might actually make it into the squad. But realistically, probably isn't. Probably going to take at least a year out, has to adapt to a new team, a new league, and is still very young as well. But it looks like a positive signing from the research I've seen. He's the 2-time player of the year at Dynamo Moscow. Comes at a good price. Like, we've invested 40 million in Chukwuemeka, Kasedi, Hutchinson, Slonina, and Zakarian. And if one of them balls out, we've already made all of our money back on all 4 of them. It's a good transfer, and it's a transfer for the future. I'm not going to sit here and waffle about how much of a great talent he is, because I've barely seen him, but he looks good. He looks good. And I think that's all I can say on the matter. Yeah, they said Kovacic is fit for 20 minutes. Sorry, yeah, but he still ain't going to start for us, so it doesn't really mean too much. At least we can bring him on to close out a game or chase a game, but he still ain't fit enough to start. Like, the thing about him turning up to the open training session was a false dawn. And it was a light training session at the bridge anyway, so it didn't mean a thing. Didn't mean anything. Big up everyone that's locked in, though. We got over 250 of you in here already. Big up every single one of you. And everyone, run the likes up. 200 likes before we get the panel in. You guys already know that's the target. Right. Let's go into some transfer news. Where are we going to start? We've already spoken about Zakarian. Welcome to Chelsea and all of that. Might still be one of our most creative players. We are in the mud. Fofana, it looks like Chelsea will be dropping a new bid of around 75 million for him. I think Neil messaged me about it as well. I didn't end up seeing it just yet. Yeah, Neil said he thinks Leicester have accepted the 75 million offer. That's what his sources have said. Now, I ain't trying to come here like some in the know or anything like that. I'm going to wait till I get the here we go before I really put like thumbnails out and everything like that. But maybe that will be enough to actually close the deal. Maybe. Like, I know Neil has sources in Leicester. He was very reliable for me with the Ben Chilwell news. We spoke about it a lot on this channel before he joined. And a lot of what he said came true with that too. So take it by ear. I am not in the know. Don't come at me if he doesn't join for 75 million or anything like that. Please don't. But he said that should be enough to get the deal closed. So we'll see. We'll see. But negotiations are still continuing. If Fofana joins, Chalobah will be allowed to leave on loan. Leipzig, Inter, and AC Milan want him. It's good that Fabrizio didn't say Tottenham either, because that was stupid-ass rumours and there was no chance that was going to happen. It sounds like Chelsea want to make the base fee as low as possible, which is still understandable from a Chelsea perspective, and I'm still confident the deal will be done. If they don't accept 75 million, we'll probably just go up to 80 million and the deal will be accepted from that. But from what I'm hearing, 75 million might be enough. And then that means he'll be joining us, we'll be in a good position and everything like that. Ant said, I've seen the same, but we won't announce publicly until we have a replacement lined up so we don't get screwed over with the price. Okay, so that means regardless, like, you guys have to bring a player in before you guys even give us a go-ahead. Okay, cool. But in spite of that, I did think this was going to be a deal that would come across closer to deadline day anyway, or at the very least after the Chelsea-Leicester game. So I'm not too surprised. My biggest thing, though, is why is Chalobah going the other way when we're literally, as soon as Fofana comes in, we have replaced Christensen, we've replaced Rudiger. Why are we removing the depth that we already have and potentially holding us back in the future? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, I get Cucurella can be left centre-back depth and all of that, but Cucurella is already starting at left wing-back for me. We shouldn't be trying to shoehorn him into another position if Koulibaly comes off of an injury or something like that. Maybe it does make sense, though, because, like, you have Fofana and Azpi as right centre-back depth, Koulibaly, Cucurella, but then who goes in the middle? What Ampadu? But that's too inexperienced for me. Maybe Koulibaly's the depth for that position, but then this is the thing: you have two first team players who are also depth for the secondary positions, which is what I don't like. Cucurella would be depth for left centre back. Koulibaly would be depth for centre back. Whereas I think at the very least you should be keeping the likes of Chalobah, who has at least been in the club for a year already. And I think gets given a very harsh rep from a lot of Chelsea fans. Like, when you're a young centre-back, it takes time for you to mature into that position. And I don't think we're that patient with the likes of Chalobah, who I think has had a good season for us. But it is what it is. If he goes out on loan, he will come back a better player. He'll have much more game time and much more experience at another league. It's a win-win for, what's his name, Chalobah in that regard. But let me know, would you guys want to loan him out or not? Let me know what you guys are saying. And that's another thing. Like, we got three centre-backs over the age of 30. And if one or two of them go down, we're in trouble. Jimmy, I hear what you're saying, but didn't Chalobah come out like a month ago and say that he was willing to play in whatever position, in whatever role Tuchel asked him? So that's why I don't really believe that. Because from everything we heard from Chalobah, he was happy to be depth for another season and be called on whenever he needed. So I would have rather kept him. I don't know if it's for the benefit of Chelsea that he goes on loan. I really struggle to understand that. Daniel says he's been disrespected by some fans. I would go on loan too. From an individual perspective, I'd understand that because you're still going to get more game time at another club. I totally get that. From a Chelsea perspective, I don't know if it's the right move. What are you saying? Yeah, but the reports are saying he's open to the move. He is even making sure he gets playing time with the loan. If it's him, fair enough. Like, I'm not holding it against him that he would want to go on loan. I understand it from a personal perspective. I'm just surprised by that because we heard different things a month ago. That's why I thought, why is Chalobah going on loan when he literally said he was happy being on depth? If things have changed and his mindset's changed on that, fair enough. Take the loan deal. Like, I'm not going to hold it against him. I just think it would be better for Chelsea that he stays. But especially, loan with option to buy is a load of bullshit. I 100% don't want to see that. You can't judge him based off one season and think, oh, he ain't going to be good enough for us. Let's just try and get some money for him while we can. That's bullshit. We shouldn't be doing that. Peter, Fofana isn't injury prone. He's had one big injury issue. Other than that, if you look at his injury record, it's not that deep. He's barely out. And when he is, it's like a week or two. It's never anything that deep. But you are correct. This is my worry. And like you said, we're both on the same level from the comments that you're saying. We want to keep him. It looks like it might be from Chalobah's side, though. I was thinking it was more Tuchel's. And if Tuchel wants him to go and have that experience, fair enough, but the depth worries me. When Fofana comes in, if no one else leaves, I am happy with our depth of a back five. And that makes me very confident in Chelsea's position and where they could finish in terms of being in the top four or not. If we lose more depth after that, I don't really know what we're doing in that situation. Because let's say we lose Silva or we lose Koulibaly in that regard. What are we going to do? We're going to throw James back into centre-back and hold us back in terms of our creativity from the wings. Same energy if it's Cucurella. Chalobah comes in and he fits into those positions and he allows us to play our wing-backs in their better positions. We hold them back too much when they play right centre-back. Everyone dreams of Reece James and Havertz having this Azpilicueta and Morata link-up. Fuck that! Reece James offers so much more at right wing back as opposed to right centre back. Cucurella offers so much more at left wing back as opposed to left centre back. And we should not be holding them back, which is why you need the adequate centre back depth to be able to do that. Especially with how cramped the first half of the season is looking. So I'm not here for it. I'm really not here for it. But whatever happens. Like, there's positives to take from either side. Chalobah will go and get more game time, or he'll be decent depth for us throughout the season. And whatever happens, we're just going to have to roll with the punches. What else do we have? Hakim Ziyech. Ajax's alternatives for Hakim Ziyech are from such a lower level to Ziyech that Ajax wouldn't want to cooperate with the departure of Antony. Chelsea would need to lower their asking price, or Ajax would need to find a suitable replacement, or else Antony will stay. And apparently, Ajax are only willing to go up to 25 million for Ziyech. Now, personally, I am fine with this situation because Ajax look like they're in a little bit of a sticky situation. They either have to stop being stingy and fork up the 35 to 40 million that we're asking, which is very fair for Ziyech, by the way. I don't care about his age or the fact that he's nearing 30. People need to stop acting like this is FIFA career mode, and as soon as players hit 30, their pace decreases and they just have no legs left and they're awful. That's not the case, especially when you're going from the Premier League to the Eredivisie. Ziyech is going to ball out. You know his quality. Cough up the money. Especially if Antony is coming in and you are getting 80 to 100 million for him. Stop the waffle. You can afford him. If you can't afford him, and that means that Antony doesn't go to Manchester United, well, that is a shame. What a shame. I feel very sorry for Manchester United, but it is what it is. The game is the game. This could potentially be 4D Jess to fucking up a good move to Manchester United. I don't care. If that means Ziyech stays here for another year, I don't care. But we are late in the window. I keep saying it when it comes to Chelsea's transfers. When you buy late in the window, you have to overspend. Because where is the other team finding the replacement? As soon as Ziyech leaves, we have to get a replacement for him. So if he doesn't go, fine. I don't care. But if you want him to go, you pay the valuation for him. We're not going to let him go on the cheap. We're not going to let him go on loan either. And you know what he brings to your squad. So pay up the money. I'd be more than fine keeping Ziyech, especially if it means if we're letting Cho go on loan. Like, we need depth. He may be inconsistent in the back three, but he's good enough to be a depth player for us. His wages aren't that much of a pain in the arse. And he's got game-winning moments in him every now and then. If they don't want to pay up the money, it is what it is. It is what it is. Big up Daniel as well, newest member. Guys, if you guys want to help out the channel, join the membership scheme. We will be adding little members perks and everything like that. Bear with me. But you guys helping to support anyway, much appreciated. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe button if you guys want to help out as well. Also, if you guys want to guarantee your comment gets read out, drop a super chat. You don't have to, but any amount, and a guarantee gets read out, and a guarantee we discuss your comment as well. So I appreciate it. Regardless, exactly, the game is the game. Pay up the money. Why are we okay with having to overspend for other options, but other clubs do not want to overspend at this stage in the window for us? Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. Exactly. Why are people just saying, just sell him, just get him off the books? No. Ziyech is not Timo Werner. He is not on 270k a week. He will not fuck us up in future negotiations, and other players will not look at him and think, I should be earning more than him, and he's on a stupid-ass wage. That's not the case. Pay the right amount for the player, especially being Ajax. You lot dropped a 22-minute Hakim Ziyech comp when he left. A 22-minute and 22-second Ziyech comp of all his best moments for you in an Ajax shirt. Do not tell me that you do not know the quality that this player possesses. So what if he's been gone for a year or two? You know he's going to come in, you know he's going to ball out, and you know as well you're not finding a better player in the market for that price. Pay the money. Pay the money. Simple as. Don't want to hear nothing about you being broke or nothing like that. It's a load of waffle. Absolute waffle. Anything else in here? It says, yeah, you will not be seeing my ass in Zagreb. No chance. Let's see. What else is in the comments? Yeah, valuation of players is finished. It's all mad. Who else are we going to? Aubameyang. Let's talk about Aubameyang. Chelsea and Barca remain in contact for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but no club's agreement is reached yet. Strategy game continues. Talk still on. Chelsea insisting to use Marcos Alonso in the deal, while Barca consider it as a separate deal. No breakthrough in talks just yet, and I don't blame Chelsea for wanting Marcos Alonso in this one deal. I wouldn't trust them to come back for Alonso anyway. So I don't even think they want Alonso anymore. That's what we heard a week or two ago. It doesn't make sense that they'd still come in for him like they're broke as fuck. I really don't see why they'd spend the whole summer pushing for Marcos Alonso. And I don't really care either. We've got our depth. We've got Chilwell. We've got Cucurella. We don't need him. It doesn't matter if Alonso stays in the squad or not. My aim is just get Aubameyang through the door. It shouldn't take this long. We could get it done for around the 20 million mark or something if Alonso isn't a part of the deal. They need the money as well. Frankie de Jong looks like he's staying. I still don't know how they think he's going to take a pay cut. That makes no sense to me. But he looks like he's staying, so they need to sell players. And Depay doesn't look like he's going to Juventus either. So Aubameyang should still get done. I'm not really worried about it. Just bring to the bridge immediately. Why do we want Aubameyang? Last 47 games for Arsenal, 14 goals, 3 were penalties. What does Aubameyang solve for us? I think his head was gone, though, because Arteta was using him differently. Arsenal were in a shit position. And, I believe mentally it just checked out. Like, don't use just the time at Arsenal. Let's talk about Barcelona. He went to Barcelona, took them from, what was it, 9th to 2nd, and I think they viewed him as their player of the season, plus outscored Depay in that time and became their top goal scorer. He's still a quality player. He will give you the same movement that Havertz gives you, and he will give you the finishing on top. Yeah, he won't be too involved in the link-up play. We don't necessarily need him to be. We just need him to be decisive with the touches that he takes. And I trust him to do that more than Havertz or more than anyone in our attack except Sterling. So I'm all for Aubameyang coming to Chelsea. We need a number 9. Yes, we need creativity as much, potentially even more. But anyone but Kai up top, please. Anyone but Kai. Yeah, the Giroud pick ain't wonky no more. Let's go. Let's go. I said Minerals Maguire and no, let's not do that, Ron. You're my friend. Please, let's not. He improved. Exactly. Barca fans do not want him to go. And yet we're sitting here like, is he going to be good enough for Chelsea? Guys, we have Havertz up top. We have the worst strike force in the top 6. Let's call it what it is. Like, Aubameyang will come in and he will ball out for us. And at the very least, he'll do more than what we have. Oh, don't remind me about that Benayoun chant, Jamie. Please, please. Thoughts on the Havertz clip from his recent interview. So you think I listened to that waffle? I don't care. Get me goals and assists. Don't talk to me about how you're young at 23 and all this crap. I don't care. I'm not listening to any shit from players that aren't in form. I don't care. I really don't. It's all just media hype and bullshit. What else do we have? We've done Ziyech, Fofana, Zaharian, Aubameyang, Conor Gallagher. Everton have asked Chelsea to include Conor Gallagher in any deal for Anthony Gordon. Palace and West Ham are also interested, with Gallagher wanting assurances with Tuchel over game time ahead of the World Cup. Now, I said a week or two that the World Cup would be a very interesting factor as to whether Gallagher stays or goes. But I don't see Tuchel allowing him to leave, and I don't get why we would. Like, our midfield depth is atrocious enough as it stands. Our season relies on the availability of Kovacic and Kante. Why would we suddenly let another midfielder go? Makes no sense to me. I don't see Gallagher being allowed to leave. Whether Gallagher wants to leave or not is a completely different story. But I don't see him being allowed to. And if he does, Tuchel, we're going to have a lot of questions, because where is our depth? Where would our depth be? Like, we already have one DM. Our 2 best 8s are injury prone. Debatedly, we don't even know whether Gallagher can play in the pivot, but our options are that limited there that we're probably going to have to rely on him in that position. So, yeah, I don't see Gallagher leaving at all. We don't have enough depth in that position anyway. But we'll see. We'll see. Crazier things have happened. I've spoken about that, but it's vague. It's just, he looks good. He looks very creative. I've only seen 5-7 minutes of him, and he looks good, but I don't think he's going to be playing in the main squad. And I don't know how he translates in the Premier League, but looks positive. Looks positive. Remember your opinion last time we were looking for a striker. Be humble, bro. What do you mean? Oh, you're probably talking about Lukaku and that. Look, people can say what they want about wanting Lukaku in. No one could have expected his mentality to have been that shit, or for that interview to drop, or anything like that. Like, Lukaku was a failure and everything like that, but the guy still outscored all of our attackers with less game time than them, and with his head checked out in January. People won't want to listen to it because they'll say, oh, you're sticking up for Lukaku, all of that. No, I'm pointing the finger at our attackers, and I'm saying you let someone who didn't want to be here do more in the season than anyone else. That is embarrassing. The fact you let a bum like Lukaku, who didn't want to be here, ball out over you guys, that's a joke. That is a joke. I don't care. Yes, I backed Lukaku. Yes, I wanted Lukaku back in the squad after all of that. If Havertz and Werner weren't so dog shit in the middle, you think I would have been calling for Lukaku back? No. I would have been happy with the attack that we had. Our attack was so shit, they made me turn back and want Lukaku to have more game time. Do not blame me, blame the attack that we had. I will say, the R9 one, that was an L. That one was an L. I'll hold that one. That one you can roast me for. I don't care. That's fine. But in terms of backing Lukaku, look how shit our attackers are. Why do you think I would? Look how dead they are. And, like, let me not get into it, because I'm a proper blood vessel or something. Right. Chelsea v Leicester. We'll discuss this more with the panel, but I was speaking about this game with Neil, and neither of us sound confident for this game at all. I expect Leicester to sit deep and to have a low block against us, and I expect us to make it very hard to break them down. And it will all depend on who scores first. If Leicester score first, they ain't coming out of their 20-yard box. They aren't coming out of it. And we know how we deal with the low block, especially when I think our options will probably be Jorginho and Gallagher in the middle again. So I don't know what to expect from it. It will all depend on the creativity from the wing-backs. It will all depend on how our attackers take their chances. But yeah, I think personally this game is going to be atrocious. All depends on who scores first. Simple as. Kante and Kovacic are out. Well, Kovacic will be ready to play 20 minutes and 20 minutes only, but neither will be able to start. Kante is out for a month. He is out for a month, people, and he only played 2 games. And this is the 2 that we're relying on. Oh, fucking hell. Tuchel, I swear down, if we go into a midfield crisis, this is the first time where I'm going to be like, this is on you. You said you are happy with this midfield. And I don't believe that he's saying that so he doesn't get fleeced if he goes for a midfielder, because we haven't gone for a midfielder. We have barely looked for a midfielder this summer. Other than Frankie de Jong and slight Nunes talks, we haven't looked at anybody. So I don't believe we're bringing a midfielder in. What happens this season is whatever happens. It all relies on our midfield, and 2 of our best midfielders are injury prone. So we move. It might be a boring 0-0. I hear you. It might be a 1-0. God knows. I think it will be a 1-0 Chelsea, because I want to remain positive in spite of this game. But we'll see. Yeah, that's the thing as well. I didn't want to back him in the second half of the season. I was forced to. But we move. We won't go back into the Lukaku situation, because I don't want to get into it. Batshuayi. We might have to... Wait, is Batshuayi on loan, or is he still in the squad? Someone let me know. Yeah, everyone's laughing about the R9 stuff. I'll hold the R9 stuff. That's on me. I'll hold that one. Backing Lukaku, I won't hold. Compared to all you lot who was backing the likes of Havertz and Werner, I don't care. I made my stance, and I stand by it. What is everyone saying? I'll happily take a 0-0 without having a shot. I will not, because we're already in a bad enough position. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. But we'll see. We'll see what happens against Leicester. I don't know what to expect. Starting 11. We'll go into that with the panel. Let me send the link out to everyone. Yeah, I did see Maddison might potentially be out, but that's not my worry. My worry is how do we break a low block, because we always struggle with that. But we'll see. Let me send the link out to everyone. While I'm doing it, everyone run the likes up and everything like that. Ronaldo on the verge of signing for Sporting Lisbon. Just send that to me. Fuck. He is that desperate for Champions League football. Fair enough. Where's the group chat? Cool. We've got over 600 of you guys in here. While I'm sending the link out, guys, super chats, likes, subscribes, just mainly likes, really. And yeah, see what everyone's saying. Cool. I've sent the link out to everyone. If they join, they join. And if not, they don't. Cool. That's everyone. Tielemans out as well. That is mad. Yes, bro. What are you saying?
What do you say, man? It's been a minute, man. Everything good?
It has. Everything's good, bro. I hope everything's good with you too.
Yeah, man. You know, just the life of living with 2 jobs, you know, and a kid and a family and all that stuff catches up with you at times. But yeah, I just want to jump on. What's that kid's name? Zakarian? Is that his name?
Yeah.
A while ago, I've been talking about what I think Chelsea need to do just going forward, you know, with this new regime. And I think that this is part of what I wanted to see them do. I'm excited about this Zakarian kid, not because I know anything about him, but really just because he's a name that I haven't heard of before. And, you know, like, I think that that's what we need to do. We need to start uncovering these diamonds in the rough, these players that we haven't heard of before, use our scouting department to fucking find these guys.
Yeah, no, we have started
more
doing
of these
that.
like marquee names, man. Like I'm sick of that. I want to see players make their name at Chelsea. You know,
it looks like a common feature though, like the likes of Chukwuemeka, Kasedi, Slonina. We are looking to the future of a lot of these transfers, which is very refreshing, like you're saying.
Absolutely, man. I'm hoping this is the mark of the change, you know, like going back to like that period where Emanalo was finding all those Belgium kids and whatnot, and we're just like signing them up, either using them or selling them on. We got to get back to that right now because the stadium's not going to be built anytime soon, and we still need to generate revenue. If it means selling on and keeping the best, I'm good with that, man. But from the comps that I've seen, this kid looks all right. The kid looks all right. He has good feet, and you know, I love the way he tries to like manipulate the ball to make space for the shot. Like he looks like he can play for us in the future, of course.
It's mad. Just off those comps already, he looks like one of our most creative players, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Alex, what's your thoughts on him? Have you only seen him through comps, or have you actually seen him a little bit more?
I was the one that broke the story.
Was it you?
Well,
did I miss something? What?
Last night it started. What's his name? There was a rumor from Dimasio during the day, but I didn't pay attention to it until I start looking at the Russian streams and Russian chats, and all of a sudden, what's his name? There's a pop on the private chat on the Chelsea chat went, and I screenshot it because I couldn't get the source out. So I looked at because it was a source, so I tweeted it. And 4 minutes later, Psy took it and retweeted and stole my shit.
Way.
Yeah. Then I went and started to search it. What's the newspaper and what's the column original from? So about 15 minutes later, I found this. I found the actual what's the name? The piece from the newspaper was Sport and from RB Sport. And then Sport.ru website, which is the actual Russian newspaper. So I looked at that and I posted immediately, like 15 minutes later. And all of a sudden, Psy retweeted that and put the source is the source of his thing. Not mentioning nothing, anything. And I caught him, like literally like 4 minutes right after I tweeted, he posted his own thing. People were asking for the translation.
Yeah.
So me and Flex and Roman, the other guy Russian from streams, me, Flex, and Roman. You know that Flex, that lone army kid. You know the lone army kid.
Oh, Felix.
Felix.
His name's
Felix.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Felix. Yeah. So me, Felix, and Roman was talking on a Twitter, and Felix was the one that interpreted, and he speaks Russian too. So that's the one that he stole the tweet. What? Felix, the lone army kid, he speaks Russian.
I did not know that.
Well, I did not know that either.
I didn't know Alex was in the know, but here we are.
Yeah.
So Alex,
ITK.
What do you think of that kid? Have you watched him before?
No, I'm not. I'm not the guy. Like I said, first of all, he plays for Dynamo. The only time I'll notice the kid was a couple of years ago when Russian under-21 team was actually playing in the World Cup or something like that. It was international, and Russia was high rated. That Russian under 19, I think, was, and a very high rated team, and that's how I look at the teams which team is going to be dominated national wise. So, for example, if I see Nigeria won the World Cup, youth like under 21 something World Cup this season, I'm assuming Nigeria
right.
will
I
have
didn't even know that.
I assume Nigeria will have a really good players in 2 or 3 years. That's how you can how you can think.
Yeah.
That's why
As a Nigerian, I just want to tell you that doesn't always translate because our FA is corrupt. So they might choose to play for other countries, but who knows?
So, for example, that's how you look at the English team. Like England youth team won the World Cup. And most of them are actually right now the Gallaghers, the Mounts, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it was a Euro, like a World Cup or Euro, something. So that's how I looked at the kid. Anyway,
Well,
kid was, yeah, when they are under 21 or something like that, or youth under 18.
Okay, no, because what's it? That's where we got not where we got Chukwuemeka, but he starred in that
World Cup 17. There we go.
Oh, 17s. Never mind.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how I noticed that kid, but I didn't pay attention to it because he was one of the kids that caught my eye again. I used that phrase. Then all of a sudden he was rumored to Real Madrid.
Yeah, I heard that.
So I was like, okay. So if Real Madrid is in it, I don't think Chelsea is coming. Especially that was Abramovich is in, and for example, Chelsea was not the one team that actually allows young players to shine. Does that make sense? We don't give time for the young players. So I didn't make nothing about it until last night it actually happened. But it's a newspaper column, and it's his agent saying the deal is close. But
I've only seen his comps. I've only seen his comps. I never, I'm not going to lie. I don't watch Dinamo, whatever.
Me either.
Dinamo Moscow. But he looked to me like a young.
Watched him in a 90-minute game.
Yeah, but he looks to me like a young Kovacic, like the way he plays, the way he drives the ball.
That's the things I hate when people do, when they do compare them to something.
No. I get what you mean. I I'm not I don't want to compare him because he's his own player. He's going to be his own player. But in terms of the way he drives, he's very reminiscent the way he drives the ball of Kovacic. But the thing with Kovacic, I think, well, obviously when he was at Inter Milan, he played further forward. He was a number 10. But when he went to Madrid, obviously his numbers weren't good enough to play number 10 then, so they dropped him back, and it kind of hindered his development. So I feel that if we give him if we play him, we can mold him basically to what we want. And he looks like he's got potential.
I mean, I think he's probably going on loan this season anyway, so I wouldn't expect too much.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think he will.
Over comparisons can't be
asked. How big's the squad going to be?
I don't think he will go on loan.
I've people saying now
is he a centre mid or a winger?
Centre mid.
He's a centre mid.
Why did I think he was a winger? Oh, fuck it. All right, cool.
He actually plays in any position in the midfield, any of them. He's physical enough too. He's physical enough, but
his passing range. Wow.
What's the most impressive is he's both-footed.
Yeah, Gallagher ends up going on loan. Might end up in the squad. You never know.
Look, Felix.
He looks better than Gallagher in terms of what he offers.
Based on Felix, I'm not stealing somebody's ideas. Felix, that kid, that Twitter, he said that for his stats are past 3 games was he created 11 chances. That's how much Chelsea did. For the past 3 games, he created 11 chances. But another thing, he's really young. I don't know how is he gonna go and play in the national in the first team or second team. But the thing is, he been playing in this number 1 team for the past 3 years. So if that gives him better props. That like it gives us a hint: is he going into the main team or he's going into development team?
No,
So we'll see.
you're probably, if anything, I think that I can see them buying and then loaning him back for another year, kind of thing. But I can't see him playing for the first team right now. Just the makeup
I mean,
of the
Chikameka's
squad.
in the squad.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't think he's
Hi,
gonna
oh
get
my
minutes, I'll be real.
gosh, man. I don't even think I can pull that one up. Fuck's sake. Sorry, what were you
What's
guys saying? No, he
What's
just
that?
said if he does a knee slide in front of Zinchenko.
I
signing,
know
that
it's
is
stupid.
mad.
Keeps
That is
doing it.
mad.
Someone
Oh
said
my
it.
That'd be great.
Wasn't me.
I'm
But
just gonna move on
somebody
to
said it that he needs to change the citizenship from Russian to Armenian to make a transfer. I
What?
don't know nothing about that. He's Russian Armenian.
Yeah. I can see that being a thing because obviously Chelsea, Russia,
No,
it
it's
doesn't
not about
sound
Chelsea,
good.
Russia. It's about UK, Russia. So I don't know how that is going to
No,
be. But
I know, but obviously Chelsea.
It's,
because of the
man,
Roman-
But
even
I
the fact
don't-
that we're
like-
talking about it's unbelievable how we if that was any other nationality, we'd be calling that racist. It is racist. Like to do you know what I mean? To not have a player because he's Russian, because he's from a certain place. It's
Oh, wait,
ridiculous.
so what are we saying? Like, why wouldn't he be able to come if he's Russian?
I don't
What-
know. Well, people saying in the
work
chat.
permit?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you need a work permit from Russia?
Work
Someone let me
permit,
know,
bro?
please.
Oh yeah. What's it? Oh, I swear there's a rule about like if you get like foreign players and they're under a certain age or something like that, they might
He's
need a
19.
work permit.
I think 19 or 20.
Either way, I just
No,
feel
I
like
think
that-
it has to do something with
Changing
what's the name?
citizenship. Is that why they're telling me to check Pies Street? One of Chelsea's requirements from the transfer of Arsene Zakarian is a change of Russian citizenship to Armenian. But why?
Yeah,
Why does he have to
Well-
change citizenship?
because of
because
the
we
war.
are petty people
Because of
and
the
there's a
war.
conflict. Yes.
Yeah, like, I don't know if it's
And the
I don't
and
know
the
if it's
people
true.
and the people upstairs are quite petty. It might not be 100% true, but I can definitely see it being true. I'll be real.
That is mad. Hey, Kyle, I didn't even know that, to be fair, but we move. You work permit regardless if you aren't British. So
Yeah.
any
'Cause I
transfer that
think-
comes in outside the UK, they need a work permit.
Now, you know what it is? I think there's like a rule. Don't quote me on this, but there's like a rule where it's like exceptional performance or something like that, where they can see your asset
Yeah.
to your like nation or something.
You
It'll make it
forgot
easier.
that for the Wimbledon, what's his name? UK requested from Russian tennis player Medvedev, to go on TV and formally denounce that he's against Putin. Then they will allow him to play in
Yeah.
Wimbledon.
It's really petty
Fucking
stuff.
hell.
Like this is how
Ah.
I'm not even trying to take it deep like this. But obviously,
Yeah, but
people in
that-
high places with a lot
that
of
is
power,
still
they're
tapped.
just as human as us.
That's still tapped if that's the case.
Like, what's it,
Fucking
Lewis?
hell.
Imagine. Nah, but Lewis, imagine you're like beefing someone, and then like real beefs, hardcore beef, whatever it is, I don't know, innit? And then someone who's a friend of that person wants to come on the stream. You're looking at him a bit sideways. It's just like, I know you're close with my man. I don't like him. I'm not gonna let you in unless you can prove to me that you're not close with my man. I can let you in the stream or whatever. It's petty, but it is what it is.
I get you, but I don't know. The whole thing just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
We'll see whatever
I
happens.
don't know. It rubs me the same way. It rubs me the wrong way, but it's just it's my
disgusting.
understanding of it.
Yeah, that's mad.
obviously
That's all
they-
mad.
Yeah,
Right.
they have all the power in it. So
The USA bombing, the guy said USA bombing Yemen, Iraq, Syria right now. Nationality change for Pulisic.
It all depends on who's
those
on the UK's
those-
side.
Exactly. That's a
Yeah,
great
it
comment.
depends who
That's a
has the
great
power,
comment.
innit?
those
what it
bombs
is,
are
like,
those bombs are better democratic bombs than Russian bombs.
Right.
We're more
Let's
democratic.
move
Yeah,
the
The
let's-
topic.
brainwashing is real, man. The brainwashing
We
is real.
can't. We
I
can't do
feel like
anything more than
if it's in the like if it's oh wow, we got
that.
celebrities.
Yes, Fassa, welcome back, bro. It's been a minute.
Man, like
Anyway,
Flatter finally got out of the DMs.
oh damn.
Well, at least his mic's
Bruh.
working. Right.
The beef continues.
Right.
Sorry,
Aubameyang.
Factor, sorry.
What are we saying about this Aubameyang deal? Because apparently they're still trying to push Marcus Alonso into the deal somehow. Even though I still don't think there's any chance of that happening. It's just another development in the whole Aubameyang saga and everything like that. Still expect it to be done, but I don't expect any player to be involved in the deal. And Barca saying they want him in a separate deal is waffle because I don't expect that to be happening either.
What's the deal with?
Honestly, they could make a reality TV
registered,
show of our
registered
transfer
today
window.
for the weekend.
Too many stories.
So could he get registered? Is he going to be registered because of Aubameyang being unregistered? Because I don't see what's changed.
Apparently, yeah, couldn't they got registered out of nowhere?
Man, Barca are just playing loads of games, man. It's big PR games. I think they're playing, man.
No, but like this is like actual registration though. Like, how do you get registered? Like, nothing's changed from last week.
Exactly.
Week,
so
right?
why you got to ask yourself why then? Maybe they're playing games.
Could be the unregistered
Look,
Aubameyang.
if you ask questions about Barcelona, they'll never be answered. You'll just see them pop up doing some more foolishness.
No, they will be
Somewhere.
answered. They will be answered
Wait,
in the
did
picture.
Depay
They were
get
answered
released
before the
though?
games.
Because that might be why. Or is he
Nah.
still under contract to Barca?
I think
He's still there. Depay's still
Wait,
there.
or whatever his name is. Wait is whatever. Is it Wait?
I hope if
Last
they
week?
sell Depay, he drops a
Yeah,
diss
yeah,
track
yeah.
in Barca.
They're gonna release
I'm
him.
here for
That's
it.
why.
I'm
And
not
my
too-
second favorite panelist is here. How you doing, Jester?
Yes,
Yeah, only your second favorite? Damn.
Yeah, I'm my favorite. So you know.
Jeff.
Man,
Well,
like
you know,
Jester.
I hear you
Hudson
there. I hear you
Odoi's best friend. Come on.
Jesters, do you have any idea how Koundé was able to be registered?
Not in the slightest. Except I will put this out there that really the journalists are probably full of more shit than a Christmas
Wait.
turkey.
Is he registered?
Yeah, they registered him.
Apparently.
Is it? Are you guys saying that because he played in the friendly?
No,
No,
David.
no,
Ornstein.
he's
there was a
been
report
registered.
came out
He's
by
been
David
announced.
Ornstein.
Prime, can you turn volume down to your microphone, please?
Oh,
Was it-
cool.
Was
No,
it
that's
David
cool. I can
Ornstein
do
or
that.
something like that that said that, or the Athletic came out and there was a report from somebody that said that they registered him. I'm thinking because Umtiti left.
Oh, good shout. Good shout. That's
He went to play for Milk.
Unless Gerard Piqué
in Italian.
play card.
Yeah, Brain White. That's
Sure.
his name. Brain White. That's the
Oh, Brathwaite. Brathwaite.
Wait. Yeah, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, he's leaving.
So
So what about Gerard Piqué? Is he taking a pay cut?
no,
What
I
about
think
him?
like 4 pay cuts. I probably need
He-
to leave him
he-
alone.
he-
He's gonna
Actually,
give
yeah.
away his house. He's gonna mortgage his house for Barcelona.
PK and Biscuits did not take the pay cut.
I mean, why would
He's
they?
gonna
Why
get.
would
He's
they? They
gonna
still need a
get.
wage. Man.
He's gonna get the money from. What's her name? His wife going to prison. So
No.
That's
would
fine.
The thing is, we're all making assumptions. No one really knows whether they're how much they're getting
God
paid or
knows
not.
what happens with this Barca situation. and
Yeah,
everything.
like,
I
it's all
still
mad.
expect Aubameyang to join us regardless. I just don't expect Alonso to go the other way.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a last minute as well for Aubameyang.
Nobody wants Alonso, man.
Hey, we got Cucurella and we got Chilwell now. I
They
don't care.
do want him. They just don't want him to pay. They don't want to pay the price. It's just
So
like
release him,
Ziyech.
man. He has like a year left on his
If we're
contract anyway,
keeping
right?
Alonso, let's play him up front. Let's finally do it. Like,
He-
what do
he-
we have to lose?
He's not going to play
Shea,
unless
voice
one
this,
of
man.
Cucurella
No, I'm just-
or
I'm just
or
saying,
Chilwell get
innit? Like,
injured.
Shea, we're not scientists here. You know that, right?
I'm not saying we are scientists. I'm
we
just
actually
saying,
know
let's
that.
give it a
We
go.
know that some of you not. Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure, man. Fatur, poof, no offense.
Yeah, CO2 drinking.
Like, personally,
fucking
Fata,
A.
if I were you, I wouldn't have that.
Drinking CO2, man.
Nah,
I say you
Damn.
turn up to all of their yards and smoke their life, but that's just me, innit? I'm not you.
Hey,
So.
allow it, man.
That's a long ass trip. Long ass trip.
Yeah, but sometimes it's worth it.
Fofana as well. Also, there's no movement in there, man.
Allegedly,
boy, run out of
breath.
5 million might be enough to get a deal through. with
They
Leicester.
already put the
That's
last
what Neil
bit in
told
the,
me.
They put the last bit. They didn't answer. They considering actually the 75 mil.
That's as far as I.
They're
go about
waiting.
it.
They're waiting
same.
until they play us.
It's getting ridiculous, man. He
Yeah,
even wants to leave.
I think
man.
it could be adapting.
I think they
Well-
start to look for their team for somebody to replace him now. So
Imagine the level of attackers we could have got if Christensen and Rudiger didn't leave, man. It's fucking annoying. Man.
Thanks, Marina. But we move.
It is what it is. You can't go backwards in time. So
Yeah.
ain't no use crying over spilt milk.
Yeah,
because it's done.
exactly.
So
Yeah, but
we
it
just
seems
gotta
like we're
move
spilling
forward.
more milk.
Just learn from it.
And what's
Why is
Cameron
it
saying? It's
everything
concerns about acquiring a work permit to enter the country and navigating the complex rules set by FIFA on the transfers of Russian-based players. Okay,
Wait,
so
you have that now? God damn, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Big up for the super
FIFA's
chat as
banned
well.
all,
Lewis
you
needs
know,
it. Cost of living crisis.
they banned all Russian football
Cost of living
into
crisis.
Europe. UEFA
Don't
has.
even
and
remind me, man. Don't remind me.
It is what it is. Again, if you don't really want to get into politics, it's just they're gonna have to use his Albanian citizenship as a workaround if he does that. Armenian. But okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's not mix
Starts
those
with an
two
A. At
countries
least I
up.
got that right.
Yeah.
So that's why they're trying to get him to switch his nationality or his citizenship to Armenian, because then there is no, FIFA or UEFA doesn't come into play then.
Yeah.
He could be a dual citizenship, so it's not like it's gonna be like the big thing to do. If the only thing that could be changing is the way we're approaching the thing, like, because he is a Russian Armenian, he can just change. If he's dual citizenship, if he's not dual citizenship, he just apply for the citizenship, and it doesn't take long. Let's say that way, if that's the issue.
Or wait until the winter. Or wait until the winter.
I'm not gonna lie, though. I like the fact that we're signing a Russian kid. I like that.
I don't care what your nationality is or what you look like, as long as you can ball.
I feel like we must have been. I feel like we were after him before in the Abramovich era.
If Chelsea signs an Israeli player, I know he's going to be shit, bro. So don't say that I care about.
I said as long as he can ball.
Yeah.
That's the key to that. I don't care.
But I'm just saying the fact that he's Russian as well. That's brilliant as well.
But it has nothing to do. Yeah,
I'll
not
ask.
even saying that.
There's a Russian guy
Why
in the
not?
chat. Can answer him real quick.
Because
in Russian.
it really doesn't matter.
For you, I just think it would add a little added spice.
No, it
You're
doesn't.
gonna have people supporting him and people hating him.
Поэтому ничего не знаю.
Again,
it doesn't. Why
the
do
way
we
it
care
is.
what nationality it is?
No, exactly. I don't. I'm just
You
saying.
think Chelsea
you're going to have people because he's Russian naturally that are not going to like him, and then but you're going to have people as well that are going to love him because of it. So it's going to be like, I think he'll be able to.
Why is it going to matter?
Stop it, man.
I don't know. It's
Stop
just
it,
petty,
man.
innit? But I'd love
It's
it.
one of the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Stop it,
Yeah,
bro. I agree with you.
Chelsea
Stop
looks
it.
at their nationality before they sign him.
Yeah.
That's exactly that's the first thing they look at.
You know what this team's screaming out for? A Russian. I don't know why, but it just is. No, it doesn't matter what nationality it is. Like,
this is about his
what are we
skill
talking
set.
about?
We're screaming for a creator and a playmaker, and that kid looks like he has those qualities.
That's
Exactly.
Bro, first
That's-
of all,
that's what-
he looks talented, but let's be real. He's one of the youth recruitments. He's not gonna go into the first team.
Yeah, no,
He will stay with the first team this year. If he
and
signs.
that's the question. That's the biggest question. I'm translating this guy Khalid. He's my friend. He said that he knows a lot about him because he still lives in Russia. Khalid, and he said he.
You get some Google Translate up in this bitch.
No. I'm reading the second one. No, he sent the two
You've been living in
messages.
Texas too long, bro.
Yeah, this is the second one.
This is the second. Well, here we go.
Did you want the first one?
No.
Ah, cool.
Okay, the coach that developed him, he used to be
Playing
in
attack,
a club system, a club assistant coach. Do you see what I'm saying?
So he's playing in a similar system then.
He's the one that developed him and pushed him into the advanced midfield play. The ones that he played for Dynamo Moscow.
But didn't he say
The what?
He plays in Dynamo in the attack, no? That he
Yes,
played only
that's
in attack.
how he's saying that the coach that used to be over there, he used to be on the club's what's his name, Liverpool's squad, like a coaching staff, and he was the one that coached them.
Does it not say he has a similar play style to Royce?
To us?
Royce.
He said
He's a different. Royce is a defensive midfielder, Prime. He's
Royce.
Royce, not Royce.
Royce. I said Royce.
Marco Royce?
No, he doesn't look like a Royce. No.
No.
Okay, you guys didn't hear what I said.
He said he has a style. The style.
I put that thing.
The
in Google
coaching
Translate.
staff,
That's what I came up.
Royce.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never mind. Okay, cool. Never mind. I thought you meant Royce, the player. Never mind.
Not the player, the coaching staff.
How tall is this kid? He looks pretty tall.
He's pretty tall, actually. Yeah, I
probably
think
about
it's
6 feet.
6'7".
6'5" at least.
No,
6'5"?
6'5". No, he's not.
6'5".
Where did you get that 5 from?
He's a shooting
Fatter,
guard.
go
bro.
back. Fatter, go
Fucking
back to
hell.
the DM. Man. Go back
Sounds
to
like
the
a
DM.
shooting guard.
So
He's
we
like
signed
5'11".
a kid that's what 6'2",
Exactly.
6'3" incarnate.
That was my. That's my. Jay is exactly the same. Jay in the comment saying exactly the same comment I was
Oh,
saying.
he's played 3 full seasons. Might be in the first team, you know.
That's what I was trying to tell
He's
you. He
staying with the
played
first-
3 full seasons with the prime team. He played in Europa. He played in for the main
Right,
team.
now I
That's
can
not
actually
a.
sit up and
Yeah,
take
he's coming
notes.
straight in.
And
He's
he
coming
is a
straight in.
6'5".
He's 6'5".
He's 6 foot. He's
Yes.
6 foot. He's 6 foot. Artem saying 6 foot. Artem also said finally bringing some motherland Russian talent to the Prem. Russian Prem is very physical, so the fact he's got that
Exactly.
many games at 19 is
Most of
impressive.
the
Hearing good
Chelsea's
things.
and Premier League teams came from Russian. Are actually legendary. What's his name? Ivanovic came from my club of Lokomotiv. Then what's his name?
Yuri Zhirkov, did he? Was he one of them?
Zhirkov, yeah, but Zhirkov came from
What
Zenit.
about Arshavin?
Prime, why are you laughing?
Arshavin came from Zenit. Then what's his
I'm
name?
laughing at Lewis.
Grow up,
Relevant.
man. Grow up, man. You laughing at
No.
Alright,
What's
so
the name for that
There
There might be a
Manchester
bit of background
United?
noise because my friend's
Manchester
just
United
come.
defender.
Just letting you guys know.
Vidic.
Vidic came from
But
Spartak Moscow.
Oh,
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
I'm saying the league is really, really. It's not fast, but it's really, really physical.
So the thing I've noticed is these midfielders, whether they're attacking midfielders, center midfielders, defensive midfielders.
Vic, man. 1.8 is not 5.9 and 5.99, bro.
Wait, 5.9. So, what's going on there?
5'11",
The
bro.
maths ain't mathing.
The math is
So
bad, man.
they're all around 6 foot or greater.
6 foot. Around 6 foot, yeah. He's my height.
Wait,
exactly.
speaking
So
of
that
6 foot,
that tells
who
you
here is
that
6
these,
foot?
huh?
Who here is 6 foot?
I am.
Lewis, don't put your
Me.
eye, by the way.
I just have a one part of me is 6 foot.
me.
Yep.
I just have a small part of me is 6 foot.
Prime is 6 foot technically.
Fucking internet. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
So anyway, this tells you the
Thanks, Fatter, for one crowd to bring it up.
midfielder that we're going for, and that should tell you also that the Scottish Garden Gnome has no place in this team going forward. He's done. He's done.
You said it. You said it. You said, fuck that Hobbit, bro. Can't stand it.
Bro,
Yeah,
I haven't
freaking
heard a
gnome.
word of him like in the last 3 weeks.
On who?
Is he going on loan? Is he staying with the squad? I haven't heard a single thing with him.
Well, he's
Wait, who?
5'5". So why would you want to? Why would you want to?
Who's 5'5"?
Who has a conversation in the background?
I think it's his sidekick or someone that he knows in it.
Who is that? Oh,
He said his
worries.
friend is talking over.
Oh, I thought that's what the background was. No worries. All right, yeah.
No, Gilmore.
Matt,
He's
stop
what
it,
five?
Matt,
He's
stop it,
5'5", 5'6".
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
Gilmore's not. He's not going to be playing with us this season.
So, both all three of these if this other kid comes in, it's not done yet. Those 3 players will be with the first team.
Yeah, I think he is actually.
Yeah.
So
What, Gilmore?
no,
No.
No, not Gilmore. Yeah, okay. I was going to say.
You got roasting me again, motherfuckers. Hey, leave me alone, people. Leave me alone.
You're not
You-
5'9".
You 5'9", Lewis?
Yeah,
You're not
5'9".
I'm 5'11". I'm
around
fucking
there,
taller than
right?
you are.
Give or take 2 inches.
No, I'm
Yeah,
5.
give or take 2 inches up, isn't it? 2 inches up. But yeah, Gilmore. I don't even know what's meant to be happening with him. Barely heard anyone linked with him, but I don't know. At least that's our only depth for Jorginho. At least we have some depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 5'11", by the way, if anybody wants to know.
Why is everybody here 5'11" but Lewis, bro? Lewis, come on, bro. Do something about that, man.
I'm getting some elevator shoes.
What can I
You know
do?
what?
That's a genuine tip. What can I
Hey, at least you're taller than Jem, though. Jem's a midget.
Is he? Jim
Oh
told me
yeah,
he's
I'm taller than
5'11",
Jem.
man.
Don't even let Jem chat shit to you. I'm taller than.
Did he? Wait, Lewis. Jim told me he's.
Bernie
he's-
Eccleston's
not
4
only-
4'9". He's a
Jem
billionaire.
said that. Of course he did. He wants to try stat pad on
What
somebody.
do you mean he's billionaire?
No, I said Bernie Eccleston's 4'9" and he's a billionaire.
Hey,
What's
same
his
height as
name?
Sandro Martinez. Big up Martinez. Always
Gem is not only.
quality center.
Bro, if I was 4'9", I rather give out that billion, bro, and be normal, man. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that, bro. No offense to you little people, man.
Oh my gosh.
I will be 4'9" right now if somebody give me billion.
And what are you gonna do?
What, $1 billion to be 4'9"? I'll take that and run.
Use your money to stand in line, bro. To stand up.
Hey,
If anyone could laugh at me when I'm 4'9", I'll
Yeah.
laugh at their bank account. I don't care.
That's
Exactly.
what I'm talking about. You have a big bank account, you can be short in other areas.
Exactly.
Oh, actually, if you have $1 billion, you can have a surgery, man, to increase the height, man. So that's
No,
awesome.
you can't.
Yeah, you
The
can.
guy just
They
literally
don't have that
said it
surgery.
something and Jen contradicted himself by
Yeah, they do.
answering
Yeah,
the
they
same
do have
thing.
that surgery now.
So they add bone. They graft bone onto bone.
I don't know what they do, man, but
Yeah,
they're
they yeah.
amazing.
So we're doing a GoFundMe.
I'm telling you, Google it.
People.
Yeah, so you believe everything on the internet too, huh?
Yeah.
No, I watched the vid. I like watched.
You
the
watch
video.
the video?
There's a
Going this
there's a
guy's
documentary
legs?
about it, man. There's a documentary about it.
Easy, Savvy, easy.
They break your ligaments and
I'm telling you, bro. I'm not just
Really?
chatting.
Yeah.
Any other stuff that needs to go over about?
if it's legal surgery, that's a different argument. But it is possible.
That sounds
Who
like
thinks Chukwuemeka might start in midfield alongside Georgie?
Absolutely not. No
Bro,
way.
why is it
No.
obsession with I like Georgia, but what's the obsession?
Bring up
with
Josh.
in
Josh.
everything?
No, I mean
comment.
Jorginho's going to play, whether you like him or not. He's going to play. We short
Yeah.
midfielders.
Based on what? Yeah. Now I'm talking generally.
Kante and Kovacic is out.
Yeah, but how
Yeah.
much can they lengthen the limb? without-
as much as
Hey,
you want.
I'm not that far off 6 foot, so I don't need them to do too much work. That's fine.
Wait, Lewis, stop, man. You sound so unconfident right now, bro. You sound like you.
Hey,
listen
no,
to
if
me.
there's limb lengthening surgery,
You sound
then people
insecure.
go find me.
Yeah,
That's good, bro.
I'm
but
trying to
look
run
at the other
shows,
part
I
of
don't
that.
even
It's
care too
brutal.
Be
much.
happy how God
Be a
made you,
proud
Lewis.
short king. Be a proud short king, bro.
I am trying to run
Well,
jokes
just
because
pay
the game
for
roasted.
narcotics
Let me
and
run
knock
my
you
joke.
out.
Like,
No,
I'm chill. I think
y'all
5'9"
don't
is
understand
calm,
that kind of thing.
And to the
Ain't nobody
person in the
up here
chat that said
understand that.
Cover's not
5'5" or
out, Cover
something,
is
then I'd
out.
be a bit like,
Cover's
oh,
back in the squad.
Kova's only fit for 20
Cover's,
minutes.
yeah, exactly. So he's not going to play. He's not going to start.
He's not going
He's
to
gonna
start.
get
He'll come
20
on.
minutes.
He'll come on.
We have to
Yeah,
say
so I
one
think
more
it's going to be
game, so it's either-
Jorginho, and
only
who's the
fit
other
for
one going to
20
be?
minutes. You know what that says to me? We're rushing him back again.
Gallagher.
I'm thinking it'll be
No,
Chukwuemeka.
It
That's
tells
what
me
I
they're
said.
easing him back in.
Yeah.
We're
If
at
they're
home,
rushing him
home
back, let him
game,
start and play
A
Chukwuemeka.
90.
little bit of both. It's also because we don't really have the depth. We have to ease him back in, but we move.
Look, there's no such a thing in the Russian kid, a Russian person from the injury. There's no such a thing. It's up to the medical staff to do it. They're not gonna say he's available. The only thing medical staff saying if he's available or not. It's
But
no
if they
such
say
a thing
he's
if they
available-
rush it.
Yeah,
No,
but
he said
Alex,
20
they say
minutes.
he's only
Fair
available for 20 minutes. That means he's not fully fit. He's like far from being full.
No,
only
Maybe he
gonna
doesn't
sit
have
in
the
the start
different
conditioning.
thing. That's a different thing, man.
It's much.
This
yeah,
is not the same thing.
It's not, but it is. He is lacking match sharpness, and he is not completely fit. There's
That's why you don't put
He
him
doesn't
on the
wanna rush him
90
back.
minutes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Put him for
that's more
20 so
about
you can ease
stamina.
up. It does not mean that he's not
Nobody
fit.
said he's
It's-
still injured.
Yeah, that's what we're saying,
That's
Alex.
stamina, though. You're
That's
not
not
rushing
what
him
we're
back.
saying. I'm not saying that that's
Wait.
because of injury.
Lewis, were you wearing heels when we first met then? Because you were quite tall then.
What the? What's going on?
Hey yo,
How did you
hey
understand,
yo,
bro?
hey yo.
Where did you and Lewis meet, bro? What did you and
No,
Lewis
Jack,
meet?
the Euros final, like about a year
Did he
ago.
wear a long trench coat? and
Maybe
heels?
you're the one lying about your height then.
Was he wearing anything under the coat?
No, but Prime is a tank, though. Prime is a tank.
Like,
You said Prime is a 10?
No, but I've never
You said Prime is a
lied
10?
about my.
maybe
never
I'm
lied
more.
about my height.
I know what
Maybe
he's at.
I'm
I'm
more
joking.
5'10" then. I'm like somewhere between that, but I don't remember
Yeah.
the last time I checked.
I mean,
But
5'10",
maybe
5'9",
I'm
it's not that far
5'10",
apart, bro. It's not that far apart.
I
bro.
actually think that Chukwuemeka will make the bench.
Did he?
I think he might start.
You guys got to keep in mind, we got 2 games in what,
Why?
3 days, 3-4 days, right? We got Southampton on Tuesday as well, right?
Lewis is
So
into
I think he might
Christensen. We
start.
know
We're
it.
this is
home.
where you got to start using the squad again.
Well, not that, just that. If
What
Callum's
squad?
going on loan, he won't be in the squad. If they're gonna,
Thank God.
you know,
Show
there's-
slander,
I mean, not that he plays, but
Remember,
He's still-
Chukwuemeka played last season. He's played in the Premier League.
yeah, I understand. That's why I said he'd be on
No,
the
he
bench.
didn't. He played in a couple of cup games for the
He played against us.
He played in the
He played
league.
against
in the
us.
cup.
Couple of league
In the
games.
cup.
No, not in the cup. In the league. He came on.
Yeah, he came on and put Sar on his butt and Chalaba on his butt.
By the way, again, the injury and not injured does not say nothing when you bring it for 20 minutes. It's 2 different things. You come in and after the long injury, you cannot have a stamina for sustain 90 minutes of high tempo. That's
Yeah,
the
you have to go
only
through
reason.
training again. Yeah, it's match sharpness. It's not
Yeah,
an
it's
injury.
good. It's just to get this sharpness and
Yeah.
so.
Alex, don't do it.
I know exactly what he was thinking. Let's leave
I
it.
don't know what. Why is my name over here? So
Apologies. What? What did Alex do?
what did I
No,
do?
he's reading the chat and everyone's saying he's wrong. I was
Yeah,
waiting for him
dude.
to say, "Can I bring up this from the chat?" please?"
Yeah.
Do we think that Ampadu makes starts?
Ah, no, I don't want that guy, man.
I don't know.
Somebody
I think
tell
it'll be
me what did
Chalobah
I
as
do
the
wrong?
Silva.
Really, with us possibly
even know
sending
what
him
that
out
is.
on
Chukwuemeka
loan?
playing in the Premier League.
Is it
I'd be
me or
surprised
Ampadu?
if Ampadu
Or
plays.
Ampadu looks like that.
What if
ghost?
Gallagher gets shoehorned in there again?
No,
He
no,
probably
no.
will
You can't
play
play
since
Gallagher
we
there,
don't
man.
have
We
that
got
many
He will.
midfielders.
Gallagher
Damn.
hasn't even made a bench.
No, Gallagher, bro, he's
alone.
shit, bro. I rather play someone else in midfield, man.
I'd rather play Ruben
Name
in
that
midfield.
person.
What is Tuchel gonna do?
Can we play Chalobah in there, man?
Oh,
I'd rather play Ruben in
Calaba's a
midfield.
terrible player. Y'all need to
Why
get
do
that
it-
through your head.
you want me to
So
apologize
is
for
Blonde
that?
Mount,
Because
Jester. So is Blonde Mount. They're the same.
Ampadu, man.
No,
I think
no,
Chalobah's
no.
terrible.
They're 2 different types of players. Look,
can
y'all
you bring Jimmy?
y'all were
Spliff
wrong about
TV comment
Tamori
for
and
me,
you're wrong
please?
about Chalobah. They're not good enough to play at Chelsea Football Club.
Tamori
Just for
is.
you,
No, he's
Spliff.
not.
I am so sorry. I
How's he
made a
not?
mistake. He played in the league and the cup, so thank you. Prove me
How
wrong.
is that? Because
Jamie, you're the
If-
kind
if
of
you
guy
watch-
who goes in parts and tell people to use coasters, bro. Come on, man.
They-
Calm down, man.
the AC Milan defense are probably the worst defense in the air. He has no aerial
I
presence.
stand with the coasters.
That's a lie.
I stand with the coasters.
No
Actually, that's
aerial
not-
ability.
Coasters? Oh,
He
my
no
God.
aerial ability.
Alex, do you have
That
Chelsea
is a
condoms too?
fucking lie.
No,
I
it's
have
not.
Chelsea
It's absolutely
condoms too.
true.
Kai.
Well,
Oh my God, Kai.
look,
Stop it, man.
I tell you a
Don't
little
show
joke.
them. Don't show them, bro.
No. I have 3 girls. Guess how many attempts I tried to make to name one
You
of
need
them
to stop buying
Chelsea?
Chelsea condoms, then, man. Jesus Christ, they're not
I
reliable.
have 3 girls, man. I was trying to name one of them Chelsea, and my wife did not let me.
Again, if you think Tamori is a class center back, just watch a different sport from now on. Really,
Is he captain at Milan?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
No, they won't make him captain. He's not
again,
Italian.
he was given all this credit for running people down, but that was because he was out of position in the first place. It's the same thing we said about Zuma in his last ditch tackles. But you didn't have to make last ditch tackles if you had good anticipation and you were in position.
I'm sorry.
It's not needed.
I'm not.
So-
He's obviously good if he's a
hold
starting
on a
centre back
second,
for AC Milan.
Cicada. Are you really gonna say like he's a crap based on 19 years old? That's how he plays.
Who? Who are you
Tomori.
talking about?
When
Tomori's not
Tomori was-
19.
When he was at
So
Chelsea,
he's
he
saying,
was
are you judging him based off his play at 19?
because that's when he
When
left.
did he play at Chelsea at 19?
When he was 19.
In 2020.
How old is Frodo now? How old is he now?
Frodo. Who the hell's Frodo? You gotta.
Bakayo,
Hobbit
dummy.
guy. Hobbit guy. How old?
Tamori, how old is he now? 22. He played 2 seasons in La Liga, in the Italian league, right? So when he was at Chelsea, he was 19. Kids, those are kind of mistakes I expect from kids. From Zuma, it's not. Zuma's grown fucking ass man.
Yeah, you can't compare him to Zuma.
To be fair,
Nah,
it does
Tomori's
make you have
class,
to
man.
mature as a defender into your mid-20s. So
Exactly.
that's
What
why
I'm
that's
saying,
why I
like,
still
no.
back
I'm
Chalobah,
not.
because I
I'm
think
not
he's
saying that
young,
he's a great
experienced.
defender, Jester. But I'm not gonna say people. If you think that Tamori is a good defender, you need to start watching a different sport. That's completely out of.
He's not bad, but
He's not bad. I don't
Hold
think.
on.
better than
Let's
Zuma.
roll
He's
this
better
back
than
real
Zuma.
quick because Tomori is 24 years old.
Okay, so 2 years ago, so
He was 22 when he was here. He wasn't
Okay.
19.
Okay, again, same. Okay, you proved me by 3 years. He's still a teen. He's still a young player that played for Chelsea.
Okay.
Those young players can make mistake. Chalobah, that's the reason why I'm saying Chalobah is not crap, but crap for Chelsea because he makes those stupid mistake that usually you expect a young player to do. That's all the
To
thing
be fair,
Tamori
AC
did.
was making those mistakes at his age too.
Exactly.
And then when you're a defender too, it's
And then you got to
especially now.
24,
it's a
25,
more
all of them.
punishment. It's a more punished by defender because if
Yeah.
defender makes
If you
a
make a
mistake,
mistake, it leads to a goal.
it's actually directly involved with the goal.
Alex,
If
how
the
old is
forward makes
Chalobah?
mistake, the midfield can fix it. If midfield can make mistakes, defense can fix it.
Alex,
if defender
how old
can
is
make a
Chalobah?
mistake,
Sorry to
20?
interrupt you, bro. How old is Chalobah?
20.
He's 23.
Yeah,
He's
let us know in
23.
the comments too.
And
Okay.
Tomori's 24.
So, is he a grown ass defender?
No, but like I'm just saying, like they're both like the same age.
Yo, Lewis, bring
Give
up
or take
Arthur's
barely a
comment.
year.
Do you understand?
Give or take
Okay,
barely a year.
I'm
No.
saying
Defenders
it's
get
not
better with
about-
age.
I'm trying to say
Defenders
the
get better
age.
with age.
I'm saying
I nearly
the
did as
age.
well.
I'm saying using the age as the excuse.
No,
for them
again,
to-
I'm not arguing against what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're
So
saying.
why did you
Defenders
stop me
normally
when I
peak
was
about
talking?
30.
Because you're acting as if like he's young. He's not. He's 23.
Defenders normally peak at about 30.
He's 23. He's old man.
To Alex, compared to Alex,
No, I
he's
didn't
young.
say he's
28
an
to
old
30.
man. I didn't say he's.
He's
an old man.
23. He's old man.
No, he's young.
I didn't say he's an
I'm
old man.
apologizing. He's an
He's
old man.
still crap.
You're
It doesn't
right.
matter what age he is. He's
Well,
not
that's
gonna
a
make it at
different
Chelsea.
story.
He's
but
not.
I
How is
don't
he crap, Jester? He's better than Chalobah, bro. He's much better than Chalobah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I was talking
Yeah,
about
Tomori is
Chalobah when
better.
I said that last statement.
So
Yeah, I don't really rate Chalobah like that.
From a development point of view, I think he'd thrive at Inter Milan, Chalobah. In the
Chalobah
right
is
of the back
Abraham in
three.
defense, bro. No, he wouldn't. He's literally Abraham in defense.
That's the reason why I'm
He
a
makes
big fan
so
of
much.
lone
Almost
moves.
all- makes too
Because
many-
you can allow those mistakes in other teams. You're not allowed to do it in a team that fights for titles and fights for the Championship League games. You're not allowed.
I'm winning this argument with the comments in chat because all they can come up with is you Pulisic and go watch American football. If that's all you got,
Yeah, guys, if you want to make
let's not go
yeah,
into the
that's
typical
who said
exactly.
comments,
Jester
please.
is right. Jester is right. If
I'm
if
banning
you
you for saying
wanna
that about my favorite pan.
if you don't how you say it, if you want to debate Jester, at least debate on the stuff that he's actually
Yeah.
saying. What the
Because you
fuck is
forget
Pulisic
this is
has to do?
American versus American
Yeah.
arguing, and you're using anti-American responses. Like that don't make sense.
I tried to use my argument for Jester's argument based on defenders and a young perspective. I'm not saying because he's like what Pulisic has to do with shit.
I just think it's their chance to just go at him, so they just use the opportunity.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's why I'm on the panel.
And he's right because if you making those Pulisic things, that means that you literally don't actually deserve to have an argument.
Yeah.
He's winning at this. He's right. He's winning this argument because you don't prove. You don't. How you said? You don't give him
Hey
a
guys,
valid
come back with actual points. Don't be like
actual
America.
points.
Don't be a tough
Yeah,
American,
and
miserable
I'm
person.
sorry. Tamori and 23. So I was 2 years young. I said 2 years younger. So they are way developed by the way 23.
No,
Thank
I
you,
just,
Prime.
I just,
Hey man,
I'm not saying that any of those
make a
players
difference
were,
between legal and
are
illegal,
the
bro.
finished
Don't-
product.
He's right.
But you can see
You're right. Yeah, you're right. He's 23. I said he's 19 or 20. You're right.
there's stuff you can see in their games that you can tell that they're not ever going to reach the level required to play at Chelsea.
What is
Football
that?
Club.
What would you say that is in Tamori?
And Tamori, he's terrible He's terrible in the air. Okay, and if whether you're playing the back three or back four, you have to be good in the air as a center back. Doesn't matter. This is Premier League. This is not midget football. Second of all, his anticipation and his
Big up
defensive
Flawless.
positioning
See you Sunday,
is
my
not
G.
where it should be for a player of his age. It's some of that is just natural. You can, if you watch Thiago Silva play, yes, he's been playing for a long time, but he always had that in him where he could anticipate play and be in the
he's
correct
elite,
position.
elite. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So we're looking for those that, professional athletes are probably the top or like 1% of the population. We're looking for like the 1% of the athletes.
But
We're
for
talking
your
the top
squad,
of the top.
yeah, but for your squad, you can't have defenders in your depth in the same as elite defenders. You have to have backup that maybe isn't that top level as world class as a Thiago Silva, for instance, but that can do a job when they come in.
Why would you want that?
Come on.
You need backup. You always need that.
Yeah, but you want your backups to be able to push your starters. You don't want to have backups at backups
So do you think
level.
the backups are pushing Van Dijk at Liverpool?
Obviously not. Have you seen them play?
No, exactly. He's under no pressure. He knows he's the best one there, whatever.
But that's
That's the whole thing. You don't have top. You don't have two world class. You don't have like backups on like how many say three world class centre backs on the bench. It doesn't work like that.
Liverpool's defenders.
And
aside
Justin,
from
what
Van Dijk,
stats do you have
aside
to
from
prove
Van
that
Dijk.
he's bad in the air?
Look at Real Madrid's
Because
defenders.
in Italian Serie A, he's in the
Futur,
top 10
stop
of
tickle
thousands in the
Prime's chin.
Well, the fact that everybody says AC Milan's defense is terrible. in
Alex,
the air.
why, Alex, why?
Well, Fatou was doing this and your chin was right above his face.
But I do agree with Chalobah though. Like I think he needs to go on loan.
No, he needs to be.
that's-
He actually needs to be sold. He will never make it
He
at
used to
Chelsea
go,
Football
used to
Club.
go. He is like Tammy Abraham on the ball.
Yeah, same.
Look,
I don't-
if anybody can say that, talk to Lampard, I saw Josh saying go talk to Lampard, he let him go.
Thank you for talking, man. I always wanted to hear that.
That's
so close
that's
to my ear, man.
that's a kind of conversation. Like, look, how did Koulibaly perform the last game? Do you think it was Koulibaly's fault?
No, I think it was Gallagher's fault.
Gallagher played on the right side. Why would Koulibaly suffer
He was
from that?
he was also on the left as well. If you look,
My point is, defense can be exposed and look like a kid's. It depends on how you expose them. So, for me, Tomori, Chalobah, they kind of like they need the loans, man. And
African De Gea's fault. No.
No way.
What? Look,
he
what
said,
they need. What?
Arkham. Or there's Go AM, isn't it?
It's
Oh,
not a.
rather.
It's not. Look,
That's too far.
defenders, people like the great defenders go through the from youth all the way to the end of their career real good, but not a lot of them. You can even Van Dijk. Where's Van Dijk when he was 23?
I don't disagree with you, but I think Van Dijk is probably one of the more overrated center backs around.
Okay,
Has proven when his midfield, the level of his midfield defense goes down, they get run through like,
Well, that's my freaking point. That's what I'm saying. It's not only about the quality of defense. It's about how you let them be exposed. That's what we did to a great defender like Koulibaly. If your midfield is exposed, you let other players exposed. It's same thing. If this is what I said about the Leeds. If the forward line does not hold the ball long enough, a midfield is gonna be exposed. If a midfield is exposed, might as well Koulibaly pulls your pants down and bend over because it's coming.
I'll take a 0 on that.
Ah, what a visual.
I don't know about second yellow though. That second yellow was uncalled for.
That was stupid. It was dumb.
The first one was stupid.
Oh yeah, I forgot
It
about
was
that. Who's gonna
stupid
pay the
because
bills for us
it
now?
was
Who's gonna-
stupid because he got tired of being exposed that much. Because literally, you know, like Couch. I know it's on him. It's 100% on him. But you've been exposed in that position for so long. It's just a frustration.
Yeah.
What you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, why you doing this to me? Why you keep doing this to me?
I also think
but
it's
like
fatigue
somebody
too.
like that, somebody like Koulibaly, who's been experienced. You know, he's 31 years old, been through it all. You have to know that you're on a yellow. The game's it's at the 85th minute, 86th minute. The game's 3-0. What are you risking second yellow for? You know, like what are you risking it for? So
why don't you talk to the defender who did that to him?
Sorry?
You do know why he did that, right? Because
No.
somebody tried to make a play on the ball and it went over their head.
Yeah,
Let-
but he
leaving-
didn't need to do that though. Koulibaly just made a rash decision. You can
Okay.
blame other people, but at the end of the day, he made the mistake. It was.
They
he-
also make
he
dumb
lost his
decisions
head,
like that
made
when
a
they're
mistake.
fatigued. I feel like Koulibaly's not 100% fit.
I would say
I
that.
mean, we wouldn't even
all
be
I'm
saying
saying
this.
is,
I think it's a frustration more than anything. I think it's out of frustration.
Yeah,
That's for
he
me.
lost his
we
head.
went into a lot of 50-50s and we lost most of all of them in that
That's
game.
true.
And when you
Yeah,
do that, you're
the
now out of
referee,
position and you put even more strain and pressure on different position groups.
Yeah, but what are we doing now? What are we doing in the next game with the Leicester game? Because we don't have
Aspie.
defenders on.
Aspie's going to start at one position.
Silva, Aspie, Cucurella, and then you can put Chilwell left wing back.
Nah, fuck that because then we're using.
I think he's
one
going to
left
do
wing
that.
back for 2 games.
You cannot.
What are you gonna do,
that
Lewis?
Because you're going to have
I'd rather go
midget
Chalobah,
back
Silva,
line.
James, and
Lewis is gonna
Silva,
put all his
Aspie.
4'9" in.
No, but
in
Lewis,
argument
we
with
can't
Tuchel.
think about the next game. We have to win. So he has to put out his best team today, tomorrow. Like he has to put out his best team. He's not going to be thinking about
but that
not
should be
not
enough
this
for
early in
him.
the season. I don't think he's going to be thinking about fatigue.
So you're going to put out a 5'9" center back with a 5'9" left back, if he's 5'9", and a 5'11" central center back.
He's
Okay,
actually
that's
5'8".
Wait,
Cucurella's
is
5'8".
Chalobah 5'11"?
no, but Thiago Silva is 5'11".
Ah, okay.
And he doesn't have a problem in the
Aspie
air.
is 5'9",
And he doesn't have a problem in the
and
air.
Cucurella is 5'8".
And it's
So how
all
are you gonna
relative.
play that
It's
and
all
win in the
relative.
air?
It's all relative. If you're good in the air, it doesn't matter. You can be shorter, but you can be good in the air. You can have a good leap.
That is bullshit.
I can't hear nobody.
Aspie, Chalobah, Silva. That's the 3 I want.
Aspie, Chalobah, Silva. Who's
I
playing
don't know
LCB?
Chalobah.
Who's playing
I like
LCB? Chalobah?
He doesn't trust him.
No,
doesn't
not
trust
not both of them in there. Not Chalobah and Aspie.
So he doesn't trust Chilwell then. Okay. Cool.
No, I think
you have
Anthony's
to
gonna
play. I think you have to play Cucurella left centre back and play Chilwell to get minutes. You're just going to have to. It's our best team, and we're
No,
playing
it's
at home.
not.
We need. Well, at the moment it is with who we've got out.
Again,
You wanna
you're going to put a
research what-
5'9" center back with a 5'11" center back with
Yes.
a 5'8" center back.
Because if you look at the aerial duels, he's actually very good in the air. Cucurella. It's not necessarily all about height when it comes to heading the ball.
This
It's
is
about your leap.
just
It's about your
madness.
anticipation. It's all of it. It's not madness. Go and look at his stats. He wins most
don't
of his
care.
aerial
Hey,
duels. Cucurella
can.
at 5'9"
can.
wins most of his
I
aerial
can.
duels.
He's
What
going
are
up
you
against-
talking about?
Yo, Caseta, where he plays, he doesn't play as a center back where he's winning those aerial duels. Like Jester's got a point. Like it's going to be a problem to play a 5'8" center back.
Look at
With
his
a 5.
stats.
Bro,
Look
the
at
stats
his
don't
stats,
tell
not
the
just at
story.
Chelsea, but at
Where-
Brighton.
where is
Look at
he
his
winning those
stats. He
aerial
wins
duels?
most of his aerial
Where-
duels.
Actually,
winning
hold
those
on.
aerial duels.
Even
Hold
though,
on a second.
even
Hold
though,
on a
hold
second.
even though I agree with Chisada, what he wants Chilwell at the left wing back, but I don't agree with the reasoning of that. Let's not forget about the. Just put stats on the side. I think eye tests. You can say Justin is right, but at the same time,
That's what Moyev. I actually
that's Tuchel really trust.
put the
Chalobah
Moyes chat on. You read the super chat, and I agree with that.
David says Mendy finally getting exposed. Yes, like I said, he was on.
Whatever. Let's move on.
Moyo
That's
says
actually.
Yeah, no, I did see that.
Look, as much as yes, he's short, blah blah, but there's one thing that can be proven.
Mendy slander.
Some people can actually jump higher than other people. That's number one. Number two, if you want to look at the stats, let's stats of a defender. Look at the Brighton conceding, since he played a lot of games as a center back for them. Look at the Brighton season and see how many times they conceded the ball from the set pieces. That should give you a better picture, like an eye test, like Couch is asking.
Okay, and what was the height of the two other center backs he played with?
They play in 2, not 3.
No, they played in 3.
They do play 3?
Yeah.
When he played center back, they were in 3. Yeah, they were both over 6 foot.
So?
Well, you can play one midget in the back line. You can't play 2 midgets in the back line.
Who's the second
Thiago
midget in the
Silva's
team?
not a midget, and he's good in the air. What are you talking about?
Aspilicueta.
He's good in the air. He's not a midget. You've got to look at who they've got coming up. Against him.
I have a problem with Aspilicueta in the set pieces.
Why
Anyway,
you take everything
the guy does
personally?
not do nothing. He just pushes people away.
Oh my gosh. So Thiago Silva is going to win every header in the box, is what we're trying to say. He's going to be everywhere.
No, but you don't need to be 6'6" to win headers, Justin. That's not how it works.
I think like
Thiago
do you need to
Silva's
be
a monster in the air. He's not sitting.
Do you need to? Yeah, but
we're playing in the pivot.
Hold on. Do you need to be like a freakish giant to win headers? No, but like, does it help having a bit of height? Obviously, it helps having height because not every short defender can automatically just compare with Cannavaro.
Cucurella is good in the air. Cucurella is good in the air.
It's like 5'8", 5'9", or something like that, but his jumping.
And he wins headers. He wins headers. He wins a lot of headers. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Lewis. He wins a lot of headers.
Lewis. Yeah, but again, those are exceptions. Those are exceptions. Only a short. Not. Let me hold on. Not every short defender is going to be amazing in the air. Like, people are able to bring exceptions, like Lisandro Martinez or Cannavaro or whatever. But like, not every short defender is amazing in the air. Like, it helps being tall.
Have you seen Cucurella's stats in terms of aerial duels?
You said this 5 times.
Again, that's exceptional. I don't want Cucurella to be.
He's one of those exceptional players, and like you're saying, like Cannavaro didn't have to be tall. Neither does Cucurella, because he's good in the air and he wins most of his aerial duels. You just proved my point.
Can I just say this one thing?
No, I haven't. Can I speak?
You keep bringing up this idea that he's good in the air. Just let me finish this one thing. Just let me finish this one thing. All I gotta say is what you've been saying the whole time is that he's great in the air. Look at his stats. The majority of the time that he played at Brighton, he played as a wing back. So when
he played as left centre back. And he played as left centre back.
Yes, he played there, but you can't tell me that you can't quantify it by saying that he's won a lot of aerial duels as a centre back. He's played most of his time as a left wing back. That's where he was winning them.
Yeah, Andrew said as well in the comment section in the private chat, Cucurella's played left centre back 9 times last season.
Exactly.
Let me say
and
the
he
point.
looked good when you see him there. He looked good
Can I say?
No, I didn't get to.
Prime hasn't finished.
Okay, Prime, go.
Then Alex.
You're trying to bring up exceptions as if they disprove the rule. You're trying to bring because he's exceptional in a certain handful of games, and we could just continuously have him there. No,
it's one game, not continuously. I never say continuously.
But even in one game, like, there are other players that can actually play there. We have.
Yeah, but Tuchel's already said he can play him at left centre back, and he will play him at left centre back. We know that.
And Gallagher.
So why don't you? Why not now?
And Gallagher can play in the double pivot. He's asked there. But he can play in the double pivot. Like,
what?
No,
that's a terrible example because
it's a good example. to use. But whatever, man. You
If
have
you-
your
if
own.
Gallagher
First
played
of
in
all,
a different
you-
position
Okay,
last
Alex,
season.
no,
Never
let
played in
Alex,
that same
let
position.
Alex.
Let
Wait,
me
wait,
talk.
wait, everyone stop. Alex, let Alex go.
First of all, that's a bad comparison because Gallagher and comparing to Cucurella to play center back, he's actually good at the center back. That doesn't prove that whatever. That's not the
Exactly.
thing. Why are you saying that Cucurella should not play in a left center back? You have all those excuses why he's not. That you actually should and use those excuses against Aspi, not Cucurella.
That's true.
If you want,
Okay.
Elvis, what I'm trying to
Elvis,
say
okay.
is, if you use those excuses for Cucurella not to play left center back, those excuses are actually more to apply to Azpilicueta than Cucurella to not be in this team.
I don't want Aspi playing there either. But like with Koulibaly being
You're
sent
missing
off.
the point.
No, I'm not, because with Koulibaly now being sent off, if the back three in our next game is going to be Aspi, if it's Aspi, Thiago Silva, and Cucurella, that's a bad back three. There needs to be height in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not that Cucurella can't play center back. It's that you don't want to pair two short center backs with one not very tall center back. Yes, Thiago's amazing in the air, but on a set piece, we saw it with Reece James and Rodrigo. If that's Fofana, that's not a goal. It's Reece James. Reece James is 5'9".
We haven't
maybe
got
5'10".
Fofana though. We haven't got Fofana. What are you talking about?
Why don't you listen to actually? He didn't say. He said if we had Fofana.
Yeah, but we don't.
Can
So we've got Cucurella there who can play left
Can someone
centre
pay
back.
£100? Can someone pay £100, please? Let's kick him out.
Why don't you
We've got
actually listen to what he's going to say?
Because Andrew, we've got Cucurella there who's played left centre back.
No,
so hear me out.
It's not.
You're
that.
supposed to
It's
kick
not
him out,
that.
remember,
It's
Lewis?
not that. He
That was
didn't
already
say-
done. That was already
Just
done.
listen to what he's saying. He didn't say. He said if we had. If we had, he didn't say we got Fofana. Just listen to what he's saying.
No, I'm
And they're
saying,
not-
yeah,
guys
but the fact.
aren't saying the guys.
No,
are
but
saying Cucurella
can say
isn't
that. No
good
one
at
cares
left-
what you're saying.
Left centre back. They're saying they don't want him and Aspi in the same back three. No one is listening to that. They're not saying Cucurella won't do well at left centre back. They're saying they don't want him and Aspi there in the same back three. Stop.
Yeah, but no,
everyone
no,
listen
yeah.
And stop twisting it. into
And
they're saying
Silva,
that Cucurella
and Silva,
won't be
he
good.
said, and Silva. So the thing is,
It's okay
if
to be
Chalobah was in
quiet.
there, he still
Okay to
wouldn't
be
want.
quiet.
He still wouldn't
Reece
want
James is
Cucurella
gonna
there.
play on the right
if-
side in the center back
No,
anyway
no, he
because
won't, he won't.
Vardy is gonna be playing. And last time we played against Leicester,
Yeah,
Tuchel put
maybe.
Reece James over there because he's afraid that Vardy space will put what's his name Azpilicueta in a spliff. Is that a comment?
Your mic is
Paulito's way,
low.
one sec. Paulito's way says Jules is one thing, corners is another. Yes, but they're both different things. One is in motion, the other one is more positional based, which I kind of understand. Artem says Leicester is not a big team. You could get away with short fed back tomorrow. Their tallest player is going to be sitting in the stands cheering for us. Would Daka start or would he be benched? Because if it's Vardy, then that wouldn't really matter as much. Artem's making a fair point.
Vardy starts.
No, I think he was talking about Fofana in that statement. Their tallest player will be sitting in the stands.
Is
cheering
Fofana
for us.
playing?
Oh, cheering for us. Yes, fair enough. But in
I mean,
terms
they've
of like,
also
going
got-
forward, if it's not Daka, then we shouldn't worry about the aerial issue, should we?
But hey, what about the jumping ability? Hey,
But also their centre backs. Their centre backs would also.
I don't
go
know
up
how
for
good their
set
jumping
plays and everything like
Is
that.
Fofana is playing tomorrow or not?
No, he's out of the squad.
So
He's being
it,
dropped.
it's one of those things. Is if we
No,
weren't
it's
worried
just
about
a Chalobah debate.
if we weren't worried about height, Jules Koundé would probably still be at our team right now.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah.
And there's a reason why
I
Tuchel
think
wants Fofana.
Tuchel-
I think he'll play
Sorry.
And
Chalobah.
you disagree.
I think Tuchel has a pecking.
I
order
don't think
in
I don't think
terms of center
Fofana is
backs.
that tall.
6'3".
What do you think the
Really?
pecking order is?
Well,
His
I-
stature doesn't look like it. That's why.
Yeah, he doesn't really. I didn't
yeah.
think he was that tall.
Couch, what's this pecking order you were talking about?
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's Thiago, Koulibaly, Reece James, Azpilicueta, then Chalobah. I don't think that it goes down to height for him. He's looking at who he trusts in his back three. You know,
But also pace, also pace against Vardy.
It's whatever he trusts is what he's going to play, right? And I don't
Yeah,
think
and that's what Alex said. We've seen
can I
that last
finish my
season.
point for
He
1
changed
second,
it.
please? Like, can I just finish my point? You're coming off a mute just to cut me off. Let me done it. All right. I think he's going to be putting the players that he trusts the most in positions where they can succeed. So, as much as I don't want to agree, I don't agree with that. I agree with what Jester's saying. I don't like the fact that we're going to see Cucurella at left-sided center back and then Aspie at right-sided center back. Potentially, you might see Reece James there, to be honest, which probably make the most sense. But even still, it's not the greatest back three, but needs must at this point. He's going to play the players that he trusts the most. Bottom line.
Somebody said no Madison. Is that true?
No Madison.
Potentially.
Doubt. He's a doubt.
Oh, is that? Oh, he's a doubt.
He's a
Okay.
doubt.
Tielemans as well. No Tielemans apparently.
Wait, why no Tielemans?
Injured.
Doesn't want to play for Leicester.
Arsenal.
Probably Arsenal.
We got to win this game. There's no denying it.
Yeah, if we don't, it's a big problem.
That's a big problem, man.
Well, I just expect probably not the best game of football, but maybe we'll win 1-0 or something like that.
Well, do we stay with here's the good other debate so we can yell at people again. Are we expecting the same front three to play?
Sadly.
I think so. Sadly, yes.
Nobody else is
Can
available. even.
Pulisic get a run out though, please?
What's his
Yeah,
name
it
is,
makes no sense why he can't get a run out.
Broja is back in
It's
training,
Broja
so maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's probably not fit, but he's back in training.
Bro
probably
should
not
Pulisic in and get the fucking fade merchants out. of it.
Put yourself on mute when you're coughing, bro.
Yeah, bro, you've been
Jesus
coughing the whole
Christ.
stream. Please mute
Good
yourself.
Lord, man.
Yeah, Pulisic's not going to
If
start.
you're choking, keep it to yourself.
But I don't get it. If you drop 7, like so many bad games in a row, why can't someone else get a chance, man?
Tuchel's got his favourites. Mount and Havertz can play as shit as they want. He won't bench.
Apparently, he's trying and improving, guys, in his interview. He's trying and improving in each game.
Trial improving what? Oh,
Exactly,
None
yeah.
of them are improving. They're getting
Trying
worse.
and improving.
You know what's funny? Because I bet you if Pulisic dropped 2 bad games, he's not playing for a while.
If Pulisic plays like shit tomorrow, he ain't never playing.
No, if he has a good game, he gets dropped in the next game. What are you talking about?
Well, good depends on who's saying it was good.
Drops one half an hour. Now he's out for
It depends who's saying the team was he played good. I never think. Aren't the same people like, oh, please give him, please give him.
Wait, Fatser, what?
I fucking can't say shit. Fuck all of you.
The irony of you
I was
saying
looking
that.
at
The irony of you saying that when someone's in mid-sentence and you go, Lewis, can you bring up the message from Tony Smith? Or something like that. Or say
But
that.
that's
The irony
urgent.
of you.
That's urgency.
That's a good shout too.
The
What's this
irony.
Matthew guy saying? RLC in the midfield? Anyone seeing that?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
I would like to
potentially.
see that.
You see, Couch just brought somebody from the thing. Why you not
I waited
yelling
until
at
there was a
Couch?
silent moment. I waited until there was a
It
quick
was no
moment.
silent moment on the stream ever.
But yeah, Couch.
Couch does it every 30 streams. You do it every 30 seconds. That's the difference, yeah?
Couch. I guess that if Aspie's used or if Reece James is used at right centre back again, which probably it's going to happen, then Ruben will probably be playing right wing back.
So you don't think that they're going to try and bring Aspie back into the fold and then play? Because that we can't play with Gallagher in there again. I just have no belief in Gallagher.
I just want Tampa.
Oh no, we can't. Well,
No,
Tuchel. No, but it's like Tuchel wants this Gallagher experiment. I don't know
Aspie's
why.
playing with these two.
I think he might play Chukwuemeka. I think he might play Chukwuemeka.
Not gonna play
Quesada, can you just stop talking? You're not putting any.
Quesada, can you read?
Anyway, whatever. Quesada, Chieda, whatever. Just don't talk. Anyway, what were you saying, Couch?
I was just saying, like, he actually moved him into the attacking positions in the second half because he didn't trust him in the sixth. So, if that's any indication of how he's going to move going forward, I don't see where Conor plays in that role again. It's just proven not to work. Like the guy just does not have the awareness to play in those deeper positions. At least Ruben, not that Ruben's great in that position, but at least he's given us a performance there before. Like
well, it was proven not to work in preseason, and it was proven not to work at Palace last season as well, and he still continues to try it. So
at Palace, he never played in the deeper role at Palace.
He did in the second half of the season. He He played in there a few times, and there were Palace fans saying how bad he is there.
Okay, well,
He's
What
better
about
when he's, like,
Chukwuemeka
going
though?
forward.
What
I'm not
about
going to claim to
Chukwuemeka?
know, but I didn't think that think that he played there. But at the same time, regardless, I'm of the belief that the fact that he made that substitution the second half, the beginning of the second half, to make sure that he's not playing there, and he didn't even take anybody off. He just moved him out of that position and played Ruben there. That he's not going to play him there again. That's we'll have to wait and see.
Any shouts for Chukwuemeka?
I'd love to see it, but he ain't starting.
I think he might play. We're at home. I think he might want to shake it up a bit. He might want to shake it up.
From what have you
met
not watched Tuchel for a year and a half?
We're desperate right now, though. We've got no one.
I want
We're
to shake it
desperate.
up, even though we've seen Mount Havertz and Sterling.
We can't play. Yeah, but we can't play Gallagher there again.
He didn't even mention Chukwuemeka on our list
Watch
of
him.
midfielders last week.
Watch him.
My question is, did anybody watch the interview and anything new he said about the midfield?
No.
No.
They only asked him
guys.
questions
I'll
about
talk
his
to you guys later.
touchline ban. They didn't ask him anything about anything.
They never ask him anything. They never ask him anything at these press conferences. It's all like, just, oh, this player started.
Everything but the game.
What's his favourite music? Or something
I can't
like
believe
that,
nobody said play Ampadu, except for Alex in the midfield. I think play Ampadu at right-sided center back, put Ashby at left-sided center back, and you're good to go.
What?
No, this ain't Cobham FC.
I want. Fucking A.
No, I said you said you wanted him in
No.
midfield,
I want
right?
Ampa to play in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, in the mid of the three?
In the middle of midfield.
Okay. That's what I said. You don't want him to play in defense. I want him to play in defense.
Okay, I want him to play in the midfield, where he
Okay.
belongs, not in defense.
Well,
I like that, but I don't think Tuchel will trust him.
He's not good enough to play in our midfield. Let's be honest.
Oh, for fuck's sake, go! He's best. If you think that he's bad at defense, go watch him play, please.
But you want Chukwuemeka in there.
Yeah.
Yep, I would rather have Chukwuemeka in there for what he offers.
You
And
rather
Jorginho
Chukwuemeka-
sitting. And Jorginho sitting. We're at
You rather
home. That's going to be.
Chukwuemeka
Jorginho's going to sit.
You'd rather have Chukwuemeka an 8 playing in a 6 for the first time than have someone who's got more of a defensive awareness about them. How does that make sense?
Hey,
Listen, I don't know your why you want Ampadu in there
No, I
alongside
don't. No. I'm asking
alongside
you
Jorginho.
why you want Chukwuemeka an 8 playing in a 6, which he hasn't done before, instead of Ampadu, who has more
Yeah,
defensive.
is
awareness
Kovacic?
about him.
What is Kovacic? A 6 or an 8?
He's an 8.
Okay, so he plays alongside who? Jorginho, right?
Yeah, and that's why we
So
get
why
exposed
can't
most of the
Chukwuemeka
time.
play? So why can't Chukwuemeka play with Jorginho too?
Because Chukwuemeka is not
Because
6,
he's
and not
actually
got defensive
defensively.
awareness about him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's. Do we need the step-by-step answer you the reasons? Or you actually watching the games?
You guys are just waffling.
Oh my God, the irony again. The irony.
Have you watched Chukwuemeka play?
He doesn't. He doesn't watch anything. Doesn't watch anything. This guy.
Yeah, I have.
No, you don't, man.
Okay, so like what's the guy's strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah. Did he play as a 6?
He's a good dribbler. He's explosive. Runs with the ball. He's good passing. He's an attacking mid. That's what he is. He's a creative midfielder, up and down, box to box.
Yeah,
he
but
can
we're
play that
looking
role.
for
He
the
can play that
defensive.
role just like Kovacic. Yeah, but he can play that role. He's physical. You saw him when he came to played Chelsea when he came on.
But
he was physical. He was bodying players.
No, I don't remember him when he played against us.
I do.
I do.
All right,
But he-
Jesters, how did he? I'm genuinely curious. Like, I don't know. I'm genuinely
But he played more of a forward, an 8 position.
Yeah,
he didn't
I-
play as a 6, and he did sit down Sar, and he did. I think he sat down Chalaba. So he's fantastic with the ball at his feet. But just for your first start, you're not going to throw him in there in a position
this is
that
exactly
he's not.
what's gonna happen. You throw another youngster to the wolves, exposed like Gallagher did.
So it's what I would not start him in this. Now, if it's a cup match, okay, that's a little bit different because you're playing maybe a lower level grade of team. But against a team like Leicester, who has good professionals on it, you don't want to play him there as his first start for Chelsea as a 6. I would rather see him play for Mason Mount in the forward position
then start him as a 6. Because if he loses the ball further up the pitch, it really doesn't matter as much as losing it in the midfield.
He doesn't have to play as a 6. Jorginho is playing as a sitter. Kovacic never plays as a 6.
Oh
He's
my
an 8.
God! What has been our problem?
My question is:
so you wouldn't have Kovacic playing with Jorginho if he was fully fit to start, would you or not?
Against three midfielders? No. We get
Well, but you know he plays that though. But you know Tuchel plays
he
that.
doesn't play, and you know what? He doesn't play it well.
But we play our best football when Jorginho and Kovacic are playing together.
No, we don't.
My point with the players available at the team right now, what we have to best to start the game, it's probably either Robin Loftus-Cheek to play beside Jorginho. I know it's a painful to watch too, but I don't want to watch another thing. It's a Robin Loftus-Cheek or Ampadu. One of those two needs to play over there.
I would rather Ruben because Ruben can actually dribble and beat a press.
Ampadu can spread the passes better than Robin Loftus-Cheek.
I'm not going to argue that point, but I'm saying if you're looking for somebody who can beat a press and go past their man, Ruben for me is that guy of the people that are fit for 90 minutes.
I agree.
It's
for example,
better to be Ampadu.
If Ampadu will start, I will actually drop the Jorginho.
Ampadu's not starting. Let's go.
I know that, but if Ampadu can actually play sitter better than Jorginho, not as the passing wise, but the defensive zones.
No, well, yeah, a 90-year-old woman with a broken hip can play better defense than Jorginho.
If you're arguing between Ampadu and Ruben, I'd rather have Ampadu in there. Because Ruben will pick the ball up, dribble, and leave Jorginho on his own.
But that's what Kovac
I'd rather have someone sit with him.
We're playing.
At least
Kova runs back. Kova runs back.
Yeah, Ruben doesn't. So at least I would trust. So at least I would trust Ampadu to actually sit in there. Ampadu can spray forward passes as well. So like I'd rather play, but Ruben, not Ruben. Tuchel won't play.
He's not going to play Ampadu.
So it's a redundant point.
That's still like saying a right center back.
He's not playing anywhere.
Why?
Because he's not. We know he's not going to play.
I don't know that. Nobody told me.
We got a super chat. Artem says starting to come to a conclusion that this new dude is Klasrev in disguise. Timo left, so Klasrev had to change it up. Got rid of the accent and everything. If that is true, Klasrev is an absolute madman who's got amazing accents. But
and remember, he came over here to school us all.
Because Cicada would be doing Havertz slander if he was. And he'd be doing real
Lewis,
slander, not the shit you say I do all the time.
Lewis, where are you able to find these dudes? Poku Doku, Klasrev, Cicada, all these guys just making
his marketing purposes. It gets his views up.
Prime.
No,
Yeah.
Cicada asked for the link.
Alex.
He dropped the super chat. He said, "Come on, and I'll school everyone." And it's been madness ever since. Madness.
It's been like 3-4 weeks now. He hasn't done anything.
I've just been schooling him today, Prime.
I'm not gonna.
If that's what you think,
personal attacks. So that's I can beat him enough with ball knowledge. So I'm not worried about personal attacks.
Yes.
Yeah, but oh my God.
Poor guy.
I'm sorry.
Did you see Tuchel laughing his ass off when asked about Fofana?
What?
Did you see that? Y'all didn't see the press conference?
No,
I didn't see that part of it.
They asked him about Wesley Fofana and the transfer. He couldn't hide. Like, you know when somebody is like trying to mask, like they lying and stuff like that, you just can't help but like smile. But yeah, I didn't see it, so move.
Yeah, look, we've got the squad we've got because nobody was registered by noon today. So if you're talking about who's going to play this weekend, it's going to be people that are in our squad right now. I think that Chukwuemeka will make the squad just because I don't know if they're going to have Callum on the bench for his possible loan going out. If Gilmore's going out, he won't be on the bench. So I could see him making the bench, but I don't, unless we get 5-0 up or 3-0 up and then 10 minutes left in the match, he might get on the pitch. But that's really, he's going to be there for cup games until he gets beds in with the squad and they're able to find the best position for him within the formation that we play. So, and right now that his best position in this formation is further forward, not in the midfield, because it takes less pressure off of him losing the ball, making a bad pass, and you want to do that to build the kid's confidence. But I've been told that from a scout that Chukwuemeka reminds him of Pogba, has the same skill set. Not Pogba. Pogba when he wants to play. That Pogba.
I've also heard he could potentially like reach the level of Yaya Toure and all that. Potentially.
So he's got great skill set, and he's a very talented kid. You just don't want to crush his. You don't want to crush him. Don't want to do that. So that's the same thing with the Casady kid. He's supposed to be another great buy, and you're going to put him now with, I can't remember the kid's name from Russia, and you've got Amari Hutchinson. So they're building some really great talent in that age bracket, and hopefully we'll get to see some if we don't get knocked out by Man City in the first round of the Carabao Cup.
That would be a great tie. I can't wait for it. Either we knock out the biggest rivals for the trophy, or we just get knocked out and we can focus on the league. Win-win. Win-win. Not too fast whatever happens.
Yeah, if we lose it, that's just, hey, with the squad depth we had, taking a game out with the congestion this year might not be the worst thing in the world.
Yep.
Exactly. I'm not too fast.
What do you think of Newcastle new signing?
Isaac? I think that we need to watch him in the Premier League to see if he doesn't get bodied. Because he wasn't.
I think he's actually gonna make change for Newcastle. Newcastle has a really strong midfield, really good midfield. We're missing a piece. What's his name? That guy was that forward is good, but he always get injured.
Callum Wilson.
Yeah, he's a good forward, but he's getting always injured. So Isak, if he kicks in, that team could be doing some wonders.
But I always thought Isak was better in a pair than a singular striker.
Slow creeper.
So
Isak
go
is
ahead.
a hipsters player, man. Honestly, his hold up play is very good, but his output is shit. Last few seasons.
So we'll see.
Playing for
That's
who?
what I said. That's
What does it matter?
Because he's playing on a Real Sociedad.
Dropping 60 or 70 M's, and you're expecting
guys in the comments, relax, please, relax.
Yeah, 22. He's 22.
Sorry, he's what?
He's 22 years old.
I don't care what Javi. I don't care what age he is.
But he has the quality, and
no, he doesn't.
He has the quality. Yes, he does, bro.
No, he doesn't.
I just say keep an eye on it. That's it. Just keep an eye on it.
Yeah, see how he plays in the league this system, but the same energy with the defenders as the younger players. He's young.
If he had the quality, like you're saying, why are Newcastle the only team?
No, the reason.
No, there's more people that wanted him.
Okay, name him, Javi.
No, hold on a second.
No. We're having a conversation, Alex. You wait a second. Javi, who?
I was the one that asked him fucking question. What the fuck?
Yeah, stop being rude, Andrew.
Name the club. No, Javi. You obviously knew. You obviously know. Name the clubs.
Arsenal were in for him.
When? This season?
Yep. Before they got Jesus.
That is bullshit, Javi. They weren't in for him.
Before they got Jesus, they're in
for who?
Isak.
I haven't heard anybody.
Why would they get Isaac over Jesus?
It was last summer. There was
Mike. That's the reason why I brought him a role. It's not because of a freaking.
And then he had 17 goals and 34 appearances.
Fair enough.
And then like the 2020 season.
Oh, what did he have last season? 6 in the league.
But he's 20. You act like he's an old striker though.
How come it's okay? To
60 mil for Isaac is fair.
No. How come it's okay to say the age when they've had a bad season, but you said 17? It was 21. So what? So what? He went up 1 year and became rubbish.
But you don't. He was injured a lot for that game that year.
Matter the age of the player. Stop bringing up the age.
So why are you saying 60
that's
mil
why
is
he's
bad?
not moved to big guys. That's why he's not moved to a big club. He's moved to Newcastle where he can settle in.
But Newcastle is on the trajectory to becoming a big club.
Yeah, exactly. But he's got the potential. But right now,
that's
he's
what I'm
not
saying.
that player.
So why is 60 mil not fair?
It's the market. It's just the market,
right? You know, Dortmund binned him off.
What?
Again,
That doesn't matter. That
But
doesn't
my
matter.
point is,
Yeah,
why
sure
is
it
60
does.
mil not fair?
Chelsea binned
Jordan-
off Rice.
not 60 mil.
Well, then it was a good
Wait,
decision.
stop. Chelsea binned off Gordon.
No,
Bend
I
off
didn't say
Rice,
that.
he said.
I said
How did we bin off
yeah, I
Rice?
couldn't hear what you were saying. Sorry.
I said that Dortmund binned off Isak. He was in their system, and they deemed him not good enough.
And Arsenal bend off Gnabry. Look what happened there.
That's why he's got potential. That's obviously he's obviously
That's
got
not the
pot- he has
reason
got
why I
potential.
actually brought him. The reason why I brought him is just to say to look at it. And the second part before I got interrupted by injury was I wanted
You
to finish
interrupted
in my.
us having a conversation. What are you talking about?
I was the one that started the question
No,
for
you
your
weren't.
conversation.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. I was bringing the question so I can ask the other one, the price, because
Don't
you're
be
asking about the.
interrupting
Hey,
What?
hey, Lewis, I'm gonna get in contact with my guys, and I'm gonna see if we can get you.
I wanted to know if
permission to
Newcastle
use
is.
"Welcome to the Jungle" on your streams.
Oh,
My question
Yeah.
is. My question
What a
is.
ghetto.
My question was about him. Is if they paid 60 mil for him.
Is that Johnny?
60.
Yeah,
I don't care. If we get in 60 mil.
Big up, Johnny.
That's
Hey,
Rice
that's
signed
a
yet?
bit right.
Aubameyang's coming, by the way, bro. De Jong isn't.
Has Rice signed yet?
I don't know,
Rice is
but
coming
I
next
still want to
year
ask
for
my question.
150 mil.
Has Haaland,
Go on,
has
Alex,
Haaland
go on.
signed yet? Has Haaland signed yet? Just want to
My-
Has Haaland signed yet?
Go on, Alex.
My question was, if Ajax cost 60 to 70 mil, and they paid that much for the guy that actually scored 6 goals last season, where's the same argument that we want to pay for Gordon? That was my second part of the same question.
True.
When people are saying shit on the price, that's my original question before the bold fat part interrupted me because he had the agenda of Savić to prove it.
Exactly.
Listen, I was saying
No
the
need
price.
to go personal, you big fat-headed freak. But you know, it's all good.
I was, I know.
Hey, no.
Johnny, brown envelopes, man. You're brown envelopes.
Look, what I was saying. What?
Oh no.
I mean, you want
And
Havertz
that's
up top,
the
bro.
reason.
No.
Hold on a second.
Johnny's a
Listen,
brown
the
envelope,
reason
man.
why I was using the curse words because anybody who stops blaming Jimmy Spliff for cursing people, a few virgins, who's muting the guy? He's allowed to use bad words, man.
Oh, what?
I'm lost now.
Jimmy Spliff.
Prime keeps muting him.
Prime keeps muting him. Prime, stop muting him.
Oh yeah, Prime. He's a member, bro. Don't mute him. He literally just he literally just did the membership today. Don't
And
mute
stop
him.
and leave the freaking alone. If he can say something, if he wants to curse, he can curse. Freaking kids.
Bro, like this stream is like.
Do you see me?
Prime took too many L's today. Prime got destroyed.
Do you see me using the Prime English vocabulary in the stream?
Well, I try to.
I try to. I can't. Anyway,
That's
back to the
hilarious.
conversation. What I want to see the same impact from the same people that saying, what's his name, doesn't cost 50 mil, the Ginger Mount. They should use him as the same as Isak. Why not? The guy scored 6 goals.
I don't even care about the price. I just don't rate Isak. That's all. I just don't rate him. It's not even the price. It's that they want to pay. You know what? You pay what someone's willing to pay. You want to pay
Exactly.
That's fine.
All right, so why are you arguing with
I
me?
just don't think Isak is what people think he is. I think he's a hipster's choice, and that's it. And no one really watches him at all. They looked at his numbers.
That's why he's got, as we said, that's why he's gone to Newcastle.
One good game in the Euros, and everyone raved about him, thinking that he was going to be sold or something like that to everyone. And
No,
nothing
I was saying that, like, look, he was apparently the big prospect for Arsenal. They always wanted for him. Sometimes they even took a picture of his license plate in London beside some street and stuff like that. So I just want to keep an eye on him, and I want the same energy from Arsenal fans. And I say I just want same energy from Arsenal fans when they defending that price of money for 6 goals. When you know what I'm saying, and for Ginger Mount from Everton, because it cost about the same much.
You know what? I think that
we get too wrapped up in price tag. Nobody talks about the price tag when somebody comes good. Only reason that Harry Maguire is talked about with price tag is because he's been awful. If somebody's price tag is big and they come in and they show that they're good and there's something there, nobody brings price tag up. They don't care.
Mhm.
So it's only when somebody fails, and I hate to say this, but a lot of our fan base want to say no certain players because of price tag because they're afraid they're going to get bantered. You're a fan. Bantering is part of the deal. If you say I don't want Gordon because he's 60 million, and in the back of your mind going, man, we can't get bantered on this. Well, that's just on you. I think Gordon will thrive under Tuchel when he's playing with better players and a better system. You're going to see the best out of this kid. I have not watched every game he's played. I can't say that, but I have watched him play, and he has a skill set that makes him a perfect choice to play in Tuchel's system.
Yeah.
Citrus the King also says getting Aubameyang without us getting a creative midfielder still puts us at a disadvantage compared to the other top 16s. But there is someone that can bury the limited chances that we make. We don't have that. Right now we have no creativity or end product. That would at least give us some better end product. Plus, it's a Tuchel signing. He wants him.
We do have creativity.
We do have creativity, some creativity. Stop
If
saying
RJ is playing wing back.
No, but creativity is still a big issue for us in spite of it because there is
not
nothing
as
in the
big
middle.
issue as the finishing.
Yeah.
I had that belief last season. Now I think it's a bit of both, really, because there is nothing in that middle. It's all out wide, and it makes us predictable.
Yeah, but the pivot we were playing was Jorginho Conte, not our most creative pivot.
Yes.
Okay. Kovacic, even though he's not great in the final third with his passing, because he's able to beat a man, space gets opened up because then somebody has to come out and try to get the ball off of him. So it does allow more chaos into the defense, which frees up other players. But our main creative spark on this team, when they were fit and playing well, was our wing backs through Chilwell and Reece James. Reece James is very, very good at creating chances because he plays excellent balls in. And he can do that from any position he plays on the pitch, by the way, not just at right wing back. Look, if we had a finisher, we beat Tottenham because the ball he put in. Yes, it wasn't a whole lot, but he only played wing back the second half. So the problem is our transfer window is not done yet. So we're playing one of our most creative players in defense as a center back, not as a wing back. If you play him at wing back, you're going to see more creativity. Chilwell is a very creative player as well, very quick. You have to account for him in the defense. Cucurella is a different type of wing back. He's more passing, where Chilwell can dribble and create inside. We got a penalty because of his movement for Lewis as he played to beat Everton. So wait until the window's done, everybody's in place, and they have time to play together to say we don't have creativity in the team. Because right now we're plugging and playing with Band-Aids in certain positions.
So what about like our front three? Because I think oftentimes the problem is when we play low blocks and we depend on the wing backs.
Oh, Xavi, stop with the low blocks. Nobody hadn't played low blocks against Chelsea since the middle of the last season.
But they will play that though.
No, they won't.
Tottenham play on the counter, bro.
Well, the lower teams do sit back. That's fine. But the team has shown that they can break down low banks like a 5 and a 4 or a 4 and a 4. It's just we've missed so many big chances last year from all of our frontline players. If we put half of them away, we're not having this conversation.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest is the only team that I think is going to play low block.
So I think Havertz missed 20. Pulisic missed 19. I think somebody else missed 19. I think Mount missed 17 or 18. That's a lot of big chances missed.
Mm-hmm.
And so if half of those are converted, we're not sitting here talking about we don't create. Okay,
I think. Go ahead. I thought you finished.
The final thing people would need to realize is if you do get that early goal, it's a lot different than trying to struggle through the game. So you get the early goal, more chances will come because the other team has to come out and be more offensive.
And you can tell that's Tuchel's tactics. He goes out to blitz them and get a goal. You can tell that's how he starts games.
But that's
we just haven't got that finisher.
That's a lazy excuse because that's Everton did not. What's the name? We did not come out at Everton with all guns blazing. We did not come out at Leicester all guns blazing.
Against Leeds, we had a few clear-cut opportunities.
Okay,
before we conceded.
In 30 seconds.
Yeah,
yeah. My point is about the whole wingbacks are creative. It's such a freaking lazy spot. It's based on what a midfield is. The reason why wingbacks are going into that specific spot on the inside is because of freaking big gap over there. That's what it is. There's no super tactic. It's just because it's a big gap between a midfield and between a forward line. Somebody have to occupy that gap. Ain't gonna be Jorginho or ain't gonna be Kovacic. Because if Kovacic gets there, he's gonna let Jorginho be exposed. If Jorginho goes there, there's a Koulibaly getting another red card because he's gonna be pissed off. So somebody has to go there. Then here's how they stop us. When our wingbacks cannot get to that spot, what happened against Leeds, when Robin Loftus-Cheek could not hold the ball to save his life to get into that spot, it's it. Our creativity is done. Our midfield is out of control. Our forward line cannot hold the ball. Koulibaly got caught up with the pants down and bent over and with jar of lubricant. Who wants it? Who wants it? Because I can't. And he been abused for the whole freaking game, whole 90 minutes. The guy got tired. That's why he got the second yellow. It was more mental than actually pisses me off because those such a simple things that players needs to be doing their own freaking job. Robin Loftus-Cheek with that frame, that huge ass frame, that guy should be working in construction with that frame. He cannot hold the ball on the line.
Just quick update on Zakarian. Is that how you pronounce his last name? Alex, the kid from Russia.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce his last name? Zakarian.
Zacharian.
Zacharian. I just saw a tweet, and it's not from anybody in particular, but that he might be bought and loaned back to the Russian league to deal with all the FIFA stuff.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the kid, that highlights from the kid, this is why I'm talking about the midfield. Do you see the guy does not wait to carry the ball when he gets the ball in the deeper? He always passes the ball. He thinks passing before he thinks running. Our midfield is actually think run, then you think passing. I just don't see Conte or Kovacic to pass before the run. They don't even consider it. And that's the problem. Because
They're
if
dribblers.
you carry... Yeah, because, look, to get to your point, Jester, to get that spots, to get the wing-backs, just think about what we need to do to get the wing-backs into that position. What do it needs to be done for the players to go, for the wing-backs to go into that position? That means that the midfield has to be controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? So
Yep.
if midfield is not controlled, wing-backs don't go forward. That means that we invite the pressure to us. That means that Mount is doing this, Kai Havertz is doing this when he's doing this, Sterling is bending over trying to hold the ball, and it's nothing happened. And people think that we are not. I told you last season in the middle of the season, if you think the teams are coming and sit back against us, you absolutely out of your mind because we got exposed. If you put a little bit of pressure on us, we fall like a deck of cards. You don't need to put much. You just put a little bit of pressure, and it's it.
The thing is, though, lead. You talking about leads, like what, like how they put pressure on us, right? How we'll break down like that, right? The thing is, we knew that was gonna happen. I think that the mistakes that's what was causing it. If you play around the press, it's easier to break them down.
Well, you can't play around the press when the ball goes into Jorginho's feet all the time, because if you press him right, he folds like a cheap suit.
It's not even that. What's the frustrating part about it? It's the passes. Like when he holds the ball, he passes the ball to the player, to Gallagher, to the other player, but he passes so late that pressure is not already on him. They dispossess the Ruben. For example, it was a couple of times when he gets the ball, he turns around, he runs toward the side, invites the pressure, and they already know that Jorginho is not the one they're gonna press. They know where Jorginho is gonna pass it, so they like looking like they're gonna press him. In the last minute, he passes the ball to Ruben. All they do is just on the Ruben, and it's it. And Jorginho is like waving his hands like, "I passed it to you. Why didn't pass it? Why didn't pass it? Because it's called hospital ball." Same thing Mount did to Gallagher. Then we had such a good moment in the game one time. We finally got out of press in a deep position, and we passed it to the Jorginho, and nobody was on him. There was a moment in the game that it was nobody on him. He passed the ball one touch all the way back to the Mendy.
And he had space to drive into.
Yes, it was so much space, and when he did it, and it was a feasible all the way to the back of a thing, and the guy was, and the last leads was like, "Wow, thank you. We don't even have to stop. We just keep pressing." It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Lewis, guys, have a great day.
All right, you
Take
too.
care, my
Have a
guy.
great
Bye.
day. Sorry about today, Brian.
Don't come back.
I've been nice to him, man.
Oh, he's finally gone.
I was.
He's finally gone.
What do you mean? Bye, don't come back.
That was the nice thing to say. I could use a profanity.
Lewis, he left and he made you no money today, bro. You better tell him to up his game. He made you no money.
I didn't bring him in just for the money. He's in the group chat.
Man said just for the money.
Actually, yeah, no, Prime. I'll add you into a group chat as well. Give me a little.
Oh, if he's in there, I don't want to be in there.
All right, cool. Fair enough. Fair enough.
No.
Right,
I'm joking.
All right, cool. We've been going for over 2 hours anyway, so I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Should be back tomorrow. No, it's match day, so Sunday. We'll be back Sunday. We'll do probably an early stream because I have to leave early. But yeah, unless we lose. If we lose, I'll probably come back and do a stream just pissed off. But yeah, big up everyone that's locked in. As always, smash the like and subscribe button. Don't know what to leave you guys with. We'll leave you with Aubameyang on a positive note. Big up everyone, like and subscribe, and as always, up the fucking Chelsea.